Was my mic seriously muted? We're having some tech difficulties, but we're figuring it out. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're doing a lot of this on the fly here, so I appreciate your patience, your understanding. I don't know what my mic is picking up. Shouldn't be picking up the music. Alright, that should be okay. Alright, I should hopefully be unmuted on my own stream, for the love of God. Let me know how the audio is coming through here, if I am not loud enough, or the curry isn't. Let me know how the audio is coming through here, if I am not loud enough, or the curry isn't. Let me know how the audio is coming through here, if I am not loud enough. I think it's coming through okay. You down. Put that right about there. Well, you know what? I'm gonna pull this up just a little bit. Oh dang! Am I gonna have to? Let me turn this off for a second. Curry cam's getting modified. It is too close. There we go. Oh, if this thing holds up and survives, I will be amazed. This thing is not. It's a cool idea. It's a cool concept. There we go. We'll see. This is probably gonna steam up like crazy, but we're gonna try it. Yeah, I don't want this to accidentally just show my crotch here, so. Is this thing falling off again? This arm mount is not showing up to the party today very well. Alright, there we go. Clamp that down just 2 turns past excruciating. That should hold. Alright. And then you stay right there, please. Nope, I said nuh-uh. Don't do it. Don't do it. There we go. We in business. We in business. Alright, so what we're gonna do first, we're gonna get this out of the way for a minute. Oh dear. There goes the power cable. We're gonna bring this over here. Remember to get all my twisty ties out of the way. We're gonna prepare our ingredients. We got some work to do. Looks like it's showing up pretty good on the cooking cam. There we go. So we got all our ingredients washed already. Got everything ready. So don't have to cut the broth. Don't have to cut the blocks. I'm not making a broth from scratch. I will be honest. It's a lot of work, a lot more ingredients, and a lot more cost. But we'll make it work. Still gonna be delicious. So let me pull up the recipe here. Go, just making sure everything is going good here. Actually, let me change this a little bit. There we go. Okay. So when do we let's get our recipe. I'm also gonna get myself a tasty beverage over here that Twitch doesn't need to know about. Mr. Amazon. This is totally friendly. It's Christian Minecraft server friendly. We're gonna get a little bit of juice force over here. Oh, that's very carbonated. Man, I don't think that thing got shaken up, but it's sure acting like it. Alright, let's get this recipe going. Where were we? So we are going to be doing a Japanese curry. Where's the recipe? There we go. Recipe is here. Just need to remember the order of operations. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. I'll get the rice in a minute. We're going to cut the 2 onions into thin slices. Oh, shoot. I do need to soak that somehow. Oh, yeah, rangiri. Okay. So let's start with, we got onions. I'm weird and I like to not peel the potatoes. I always like the skin on the potato. I'm kind of a mutant that way. So not everybody likes it. I totally get it. But we're going to go ahead and just get started with the onions. Peel this off here. Get that top layer out of here. Oh, I do have a trash can. Beautiful. All right. I've got the noise gate set a little bit high here just to kind of get some of the background noise out of here because there's like a bunch of stuff going on in the background. So if it's interfering with me or anything you need to hear, let me know. Let me know. We're doing this kind of on the fly here, so yeah, whatever. Just put that over in the trash. Got this back end off. There we go. And I'm just cutting it in half, right? There's some butter. Yeah, that'll work. All right. Sorry, the curry cam's gonna be a little wobbly because this is a wire arm, so apologies if it's getting a little wobbly there for you. We're just gonna get everything prepped up first, and then we'll put the pot up here, get the burner. These are gonna be the first to do. We're gonna wanna simmer them. We're gonna cook them down a little bit. And we don't wanna go, actually no, let's go like that. There we go. Okay, butter. Got our potato. There we go. Got our onions. And plate. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright. Few spices. Gonna get everything on the plate here. All of our ingredients. Oop. And we'll clean up as we go. It is gonna get toasty in this room, I tell you what. And mushrooms. It's supposed to call for criminy mushrooms. The store was out, so I had to get creative. We're gonna be using baby Bellas. They're close. They're not the same, but you know, it's the thought that counts. Cut them into thin slices. That's fine. These have already been rinsed. They're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. Yep. 1, 2. Uh-oh. Yep. I had like a donut for breakfast this morning, so I have not had much to eat yet, so I'm very excited to get this going. Hey. Hi, you stay out there. Out there. Thank you. You stay out there. There's food in here, I know. I know you smell it. You smell the beef. I know. Go lay down. Thank you. When I'm done cooking, you can come chill in here, Penny. It's my roommate's dog. Whenever she hears me cooking, she'll immediately come over because something is guaranteed to fall on the floor. So it is like her spider sense for like, oh, I can get food. So anywhere I go in the house, if there's food or she hears plates like clinking together, she immediately comes running. Like she knows what's up. We got our mushrooms done. that. Let's get our carrot cut. Now, this is something I've never been good at, but it is ringiri. It's a ringiri cutting. You kind of like cut it at angles, so it like it has more angles to absorb more moisture. I also just don't skin carrots. I wash them. It's fine. This has all been washed. You're supposed to like cut it at angles so that it like has as many open surfaces to absorb the flavor of the curry. Whether I believe that or not, I don't really know, but Japanese are pretty smart, so I trust their ideas. There we go. So, it's an attempt. An attempt's being made here, and that's what matters. Either way, it's gonna be delicious. That's all I need is for it to taste good. Trash. I think I forgot the apple. Alright, let's get this to the side. Oh yeah, I gotta cut the other onion. Forgot about that. My bad. Alright. There we go. There we go. One wrap. Beautiful. Go down the middle. Let's do this. Let's put these in here. Put the carrots in the bowl and the mushrooms because they're going to go in a little later. They don't need to go in just yet. We're going to get just the onions on here. We're gonna try and do this in stages. We got really small workspace here, so we're just gonna make it work. There we go. Beautiful. 2 whole onions. This board here. Oh boy, that might be too full. Don't get too full. Don't do it. There we go. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and just get this cut right now. See, is it showing up? What's the delay? I'm actually curious. Okay, cool. I need to pull my pants down. I feel like they're too tight. Too high. I'm too tall for pants. I don't know. I forgot a step here. I need to go soak these, but they don't go in till the end, so that is completely fine. I just need to go put them in a bowl real fast. So it's a little treacherous in here right now because the only USB-C cable I had long enough for the Elgato was the one that came with it. I need to get an extension. So right now I have to kind of like limbo underneath the camera. So in a second you're going to see me do like some Catherine Zeta-Jones entrapment kind of dive beneath lasers kind of malarkey. I've got you. What else do I need? I'm gonna make this one trip here. That's fine. Got Chuck. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay, so see the beef. Do not move now. That's right, I need tomato paste. Okay. Your beef and juices from the plate, deglaze pan liquid to the pot, and mix them all together. Okay. So I don't have any red wine, which is another, like, you don't need much. It's just to deglaze the pot. So we're gonna get a little crafty here, and we're just gonna use a bit of the broth for deglazing. It'll get the same thing done. It'll pick up all the juicy, delicious bits from the beef, and then we can just kind of move it in. So we're gonna be doing this with a one pot method, just because we're on limited space. But let me take these to the kitchen really quickly. Don't mind me. I'm gonna just sneak under the camera here. Oh, my knees. Back onto the camera. I'm coming back. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so we got our flour mix for the beef. We got another pot that we will use in a minute. And we got salt, we got pepper. First thing we're gonna want to do gonna sear the beef and set it to the side. Ah, shoot, okay. Need a little bit of oil, and I need a wooden spoon. So, one more time. Bear with me one more time. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Oil. We got our spoon. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's so graceful. All right. All right. So we got our beef. The best way to do this. Yep. This is going to become a sacrificial mixing bowl. So there. I'm gonna put you all up here because we basically got all our cutting done. There we go. Knife to the side. We don't have to cut this up because we already got stew meat. It has already been cut up and chopped up. There we go. Come on. There we go. Set that to the side. I definitely gonna need to empty this trash later. Alright, so we got a tablespoon of all-purpose flour. And it's got some kosher salt in there and some pepper. I'm gonna go ahead and dump this into the stew meat. And my hands are gonna get a little messy here. I'm gonna go ahead and just mix it all in. I'll let it all just get lightly coated. You can hear my roommate's dog outside my door. She wants to come in. She wants the beef so bad. All right. Light dusting. That'll work. Get some paper towels. My clean hand, I'm gonna set this over here on my new chair, my little prop chair. Let's bring this back up. And you can just sit over here. Oh man, something smells fragrant. Please stay hooked up today. I ask so nicely. And I'm gonna go rinse my hand off really quick, and I'm gonna grab a knife because I need to cut some butter. This is right over here. The mushrooms are done. Let me get a few things out of the way. Go ahead and dump our oil in. Set this to just kind of a medium heat here. Let's see, about 200, 250. While that's warming up, I'm gonna go get a knife for the butter, rinse my hands off to get this beef off me. I smell like beef. I smell like beef. Okay, better. Get all that cross-contamination off my hands. I gotta get a different cable for that. Alright, oil's starting to warm up a little bit. You can see it moving around. So we're gonna get 2 tablespoons of butter. Turn this down just a little bit. There we go. Should be about 2 tablespoons. Whoop. Over here. You're coming over here. Alright, and my wooden spoon is over here. I'll move this around, let it kind of melt down. I'm going to try and keep an eye on the camera just to make sure that it's not fogging up too much. I have a feeling it's going to, but we're going to try to work around that a little bit. Let's see. I'm gonna move this a little bit to an angle. Hey, how you doing, Lunar Echoes? How's it going? How's your Saturday? Just getting started doing some curry. We're doing a little bit of a compromised one-pot method, so you can see with the curry cam, as long as it doesn't fog up from the grease. Doing pretty good, pretty good. Had a bit of a busy, chaotic morning, but finished getting this all set up today. Had to kind of like tear the setup out from over here to get the lighting over for here and camera, mic, you know, all that tech first world problem stuff. But let's go ahead and get the beef in here. This is where I think the camera's gonna have problems. Oh dear, yeah. This could be a little dicey. We'll see. Nope, it needs to heat up more. So, a little small for browning, but we're gonna make it work. That is okay. We're just gonna space it out evenly. And get a paper towel here. I am making Japanese curry. So this is I'm cheating on a few steps here just because of how much time it takes to make the actual like roux. But we're doing a medium spicy Japanese gold curry. We're gonna do that with beef, hot roast, chuck roast if you will. So we're gonna start by browning the beef. And Professor Che? Who's Professor Che? I'd like to ask. Alright, let's get this moved around a little. We gotta break it up. Oh man. You gotta get that even separated. There you go. Get it all even so it can all brown evenly. And you don't want it to get too high of a heat. You want it to kind of be a medium heat, and then you want to leave it alone for a few minutes. So, actually, this might be just big enough to be able to brown all this. There we go. Oh, you're a professional chef? Oh, no worries. Autocorrect is the bane of my existence. Trust me. That's awesome. I am not a professional chef. I'm just somebody online that likes to make food. So, you will probably see some amateur journey today, but I appreciate you stopping by. It's curry's a fun one to make. I definitely take some shortcuts. Is that camera, is it fogging up? It is not fogging up. I can't believe that. This little Logitech isn't fogged up yet. Okay. But yeah, I mean, in a perfect scenario, we would definitely have like a cast iron medium-sized skillet where we can evenly spread the beef out better to brown each side of it. But we're working with some constraints. You're working with what you got, you know. That's cool. So how long have you been a chef? I used to work, I don't know if you know it, but I used to work at Sundance Mountain Resort when I was younger. In the tree room. It's like it's like, I don't know if it still is, but at the time it was a Michelin rated restaurant. Man, the food there was so good. Oh man, I was a back bartender, and I would always just like, the cooks were just chill. So they're like, hey, you know, you make us some cool lattes, or maybe sneak us a beer, and we'll get you a tomahawk pork chop. And oh man, they had a tomahawk pork chop there. It was bacon wrapped, hazelnut brine, bone-in pork chop. That thing was a problem. It was so good. Oh my gracious. Like, what an absolutely delightful pork chop. They also made really good chicken and waffles. Like, really good chicken and waffles. Seared duck breast with blackberry pork sauce and, oh my god, that sounds so good. A blackberry pork sauce? That sounds so like deep and savory. Oh my god. That's wild. That's gotta be absolutely banging. Let's see here. Yeah, the oil's pooling a little bit, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with a little extra oil here. It's all becoming one great thing, so it's okay. Yeah, you know what? I think I can turn this up a little more. It's not quite hot enough. Oh man, seared duck breast though. That's gonna be so good. Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say that sauce sounds like it's gonna take a hot minute to cook down. It's not gonna be like a balsamic reduction. It's gonna take a while to cook down. So 2 to 3 hours, my goodness. That's awesome. I bet it's worth it though. I bet that is such a good dish. Turn that just a little. Alright, let's go ahead and we're gonna just not so carefully, try and flip everything over here. It's all about the intention. The intention is for it to be good and taste good, so If it's not perfectly browned, but it's still tasty, that works for me. Uh-oh. I'm neglecting the side over here. There we go. I'm just going to try and even it out. I don't want to keep futzing with it, but just want to try and even everything out as much as I can, you know? Flip that one. No, no. Go down. Uh-oh. I keep hitting the camera. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So, let's see. What is your favorite thing you've ever made? Like, if time, money, ingredients, and utensils are no object, what would be your favorite thing to make and why? I want to hear that. I'm excited to hear this. Surprised I said to put so much oil in here. It's just a tablespoon, but 2 tablespoons of butter too. I feel like I did not need that much butter. Applesauce 5-6 hours, but apple juice and more juices in the ass, but still one of the best. Ooh, 5 to 6 hours. Wow, that's a labor of love right there, though. I bet that's popping off. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize we're kind of backing up over here. I'm gonna back this up a little. I feel like it's gonna start fogging. Get my browser going. Okay, that's actually not doing too bad. Alright. Well, definitely not gonna be super browned, but it'll work. I gotta heat. This is not hot enough. This pot's a little bit feisty with temperature, so it can go a little bit on and off. It's a little tricky to get lined up right. Yeah, I'm open to feedback. Like, this is mainly a casual cookout, but like, hey, I'm always open to tips and tricks. The only thing I know is I know nothing, so I'm always open to feedback. Hey, Lunar, I didn't even see it. Sorry, Lunar, thank you so much for the follow as well. I appreciate you. Oh, if it's getting greasy, that's when it's getting good. Okay, yeah, I think it's... Yeah, I honestly think I just need a bigger pan too, because it's starting to brown on the bottom. I'm pretty sure I'm moving it a bit too much as well, but I always get paranoid. This is the part that freaks me out, is like I won't let it sit long enough to brown. But there's 2 pieces of bread, 1 bullfrog. 2 pieces of bread, 1 bullfrog your head. Or you just say I'm an idiot sandwich. Oh man, I haven't watched Kitchen Nightmares forever. That was a great show. Is this fogging up? Might be fogging up a little. Just say I'm an idiot sandwich. It's such a classic clip. Alright, what am I gonna put this in? That's alright. It's good enough. I don't want to overdo it, so we're gonna turn this off for a second. We're gonna get the meat out of here and deglaze the stuff on the bottom, and then we're gonna get the onions in there with the ginger, Get those reduced down, then throw the mushrooms in there as well. Yeah, it's alright. You fit perfectly in on a kitchen knife, but yeah, hey. Like, that's the thing, is like, I'm never one to posture and be like, yo, I'm a pro cook. It's like, no, I enjoy food, but I'm one that just likes to dabble and mess around. Like, the sum of all these parts will still be good. Is it gonna be like Michelin rated? No, it's not. But it's the journey, not the destination, or so I tell myself, you know? Let me get these over here for a second so I can have the plate. Whoop, whoop. Whoop. I have a separate little side pan here with a little Bunsen burner, but we're gonna be using that for rice here in just a little bit. So, I'll go order ramen on you right now to make a new episode. Hey, you do what you gotta do, Lunar. It's all good. I know I'm doing like food crimes right now by not browning this properly and not using like, you know, a red wine to properly deglaze the pan. I get it. But here's the thing, when you put the curry in there and you put all the other ingredients and just let them simmer, it's still gonna taste good. It's still gonna be good. Like, I definitely am gonna get a Michelin star knocked off tonight, and you know, Chateau de Mat Cole is gonna not do so well on TripAdvisor, but you know, we're fighting like hell here. We're gonna make it work. Man, it would be great if I had tongs. I should have grabbed tongs. But I don't want to go grab them, and I'm being lazy, so I'm going to stick with it. We're just going to fish it all out. And then we're going to use that oil and grease to cook the onions. Soak up all that extra grease. If your inside chef is screaming right now, making more cramps, you were worse than Germans in the 40s. If your inner chef is screaming right now, I can do nothing for you. Like, this is all just about an attempt. Good enough. So, as long as I don't end up as like one of the cursed TikTokers that are like just making like the dubious, terrifying recipes. Like, I'm following a recipe, I'm just not browning the beef very well. I can live with that. As long as I'm not trying to make like Honey Nut Cheerio queso casserole, like, I'll be okay. Like, I'm not the world's greatest chef. I'm not even the world's tolerable chef. But my food will still taste good. And that's all I'm asking. It's fine. It's not really that glazed. Get those onions in there. I kind of equate my cooking level to like, I'm at a campfire. Yeah, autocorrect is one of those, like, if I don't speak perfectly and enunciate as perfect as I can, if I don't do that, autocorrect just goes to hell. It just falls apart. Turn that down a little. We want to saute these, break them up a little. Yeah, get that oil and grease in there. I want these sauteed. I want them greasy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, get that greasy vibes in here. There we go. With more cooking skills than me? That's fair. Man, I didn't know we got Gordon Ramsay straight up in the chat. Hey, we're doing campfire cooking, trash panda cooking. It's gonna still taste good, you know? You cook it all together, you throw the curry in there with a little bit of beef broth, you let it simmer, you throw the vegetables in at the end. It's gonna taste good, you know? You just let those onions cook and reduce down, they get nice and caramely. It's gonna be good. Hey, Master 801, we are doing Japanese curry, so I'm taking the trash panda cooking way out, so we're doing golden curry, medium hot. I'm using the store-bought cubes. I'm not making a homemade roux today. I ain't got that. I called it war crimes worse than the Germans. God damn, you're being harsh. Oh man. As long as I'm better than like the TikTok moms that are making like the dubious casseroles, I'm okay. Agreed, Master 801. It's just like, I respect anybody that has the dedication to that. It is time and effort. Same with ramen. I really one day want to make my own ramen broth, but man, is that like a 14-hour ordeal that I just don't have the patience for. I'm not doing that. Oh man. Nah, I appreciate it. Hey, yeah, let's hear a challenge. What do you got? Let's hear what you got. Oh man, I left a piece of beef in there. Oh well. It's gonna cook in with the onions. It'll be delicious. Ooh. Okay. This is not meant to offend, but this may ruffle some feathers. I don't know how this has never happened. I have never had pho in my life. I don't know how. I've had opportunities, and it's just like every time I go to like a restaurant that serves pho, there's something else that gets my attention. I'm like, oh no, give me that. Give me a banh mi, or like give me this other like noodle dish. And I've never had pho. You know, it might actually be a really cool challenge to make it from scratch and have it for the first time. This is a great idea. This is a great idea. Jim orders the cookies better than me. The moms may be better, but at least my autocorrect's better than yours, Lunar Echoes. You gotta work on that autocorrect. Are you driving right now? Are you driving? So, I have friends though that swear by pho, and so I know it's delicious. So it's one thing I really need to check out at some point. I've just never gotten around to it. So that's a really good idea for a future cook stream though. Just like take a crack at making it fresh. We'll see. Alright, so we've got the beef, and I'm going to say this loosely. The beef has been browned. I know, it's not perfect. Call the cops. But we got the onion simmering. After that, we're going to add ourselves a little bit of ginger. And I was... Sorry. Your cookie is broke. You fixed my day. Sorry, my friend's messing with me right now. I'm better than you, and even Jamie Oliver can cook better than you. I would hope Jamie Oliver can cook better than me, because if he can't, there's not even an ounce of a percent of why he should be on TV ever. Days to cook? Days? Dear God. Okay, yeah, maybe I'm not doing that on a live stream, but it'd be fun to try at some point. I don't know, like, I remember I used to stream way back, and I'm kind of like getting back into the swing of things here. But I've been wanting to do like an overnight, like all night stream sometime in the future. I remember those just being a delirious, wackadoo fun time. That might be a fun one to do. Like, hey, we're doing an all night pho party. I don't know, we'll come up with a funny name, but that could be a fun idea, actually. Like, hey, we're not going to sleep till the broth is done. Oh my God, what a mess. That would be a mess, but I'd do it. I'd be here for it. Oh man, this tablecloth has been getting bodied here. Alright. He told him most of Asia with his cooking, so when he fried noodles, he said it tasted the same. You don't do that just for being handsome. Yeah, okay. Alright. He's just on TV for being handsome. It's funny, whenever I think of any kind of like cooking show or food program, I just think of the South Park episode with Randy and the cream fresh. Oh, fuck yeah. Like, that's all I think of every single time. It just cracks. I love that episode so much. where he's like all stressed out about it and like, oh, I need to do this. I need the creep phrase, and just dude just needed a hand job and went to sleep. Oh man, South Park has lost some of its edge. It's lost some of its original charm. It's still got bangers. Like, they're not all consistent, but they got bangers still. And I still respect them. There's onion on my leg. All right. So let me check with our. Oh yeah, I am definitely a fan of South Park Lunar Echoes. I actually went to Casa Bonita recently because, you know, Trey Parker and Matt Stone bought Casa Bonita. If you haven't seen the documentary, by the way, Casa Bonita Mi Amor, I cannot recommend that documentary enough. It is so well made, and it's such a fascinating, stressful story to watch what was originally a building purchased for like $6 million spiral out of control into a $40+ million overhaul. Such a solid documentary too. I thought it was gonna be kind of hokey. It's a really well made documentary, like really, really good. Yeah, I've kind of become a little bit more of a, for the new seasons, I've become a little bit more of a fair weather South Park person, where it's like, hey, I'll see it when I get around to it. Like, I'm not subscribing to streaming services just to watch this. Like, when I get a chance to watch it, I'll pick it up. But I think, I will say this. I think if you compare the longevity of South Park to, like, The Simpsons, I think South Park has held its ground better. It definitely has lost that original charm. But it is, at least, it still has moments where it's still like popping off, you know, compared to like Simpsons, where it's like, man, how did the show not end 10 years ago? What are we doing? So yeah, it definitely isn't the same. It's not the same as it used to be, but I still appreciate it. It's definitely much more pop culture-y, which I have mixed feelings on. As somebody that does, like, you know, dabbles in writing and creative projects, it's like pop culture is kind of the low-hanging fruit of content to make. So I don't know, like I get it, but also like I miss the old days where it had its own self-contained episodes and like some interesting character development, but there's still fun things to take from it. I think it's still a fun time. Oh yeah, that episode, Kyle's mom's a bitch, such a banger. I think my favorite episode of South Park of all time is, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's when Cartman tries to fly off of the roof with like his cardboard wings, gets a concussion, and then thinks he has telekinetic powers, and he's like what's his name? Crossing over with John Edwards or whatever his name is, and he's like doing the psychic battles, like pew 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 pew. Like that to me is the best South Park episode ever made. I can watch that over and over again and never get bored of it. It is just such a funny, tight, every moment of that episode is so tightly written and has so many jokes. It just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop, and it's so good. All right, let me catch back up here. All right, so we got that done. That's done. I did not deglaze the pan yet. Call the cops. All right, Lunar Echoes, we're gonna have a moment here. You can get ready to roast, because I thought I had real fresh raw ginger. Turns out it was used up. So we're using ground ginger. Keyboard at the ready. I'm ready for it. Just hit me with what you got, because we're putting ground ginger into this shit. There we go. About a half. That's about a teaspoon. This room is going to reek of curry for days, and you know what? I'm totally okay with that. Can you imagine just like, walking into your room every day and be like, wow, it reeks of curry in here. All right, did somebody cook? Oh yeah, there's that. There it is. There's that ginger smell. Yeah, I mean, it's like anything you work on or build or make, you know, eventually you're gonna hit a point where it enshittifies, if you keep scaling and growing. And so I we'll see what happens. Like, they're on for a bunch more seasons. I'd love to see them just kind of like step back a bit and just have fun with it again. But overall, I still think it's an entertaining show. It's not nearly on the level it used to be, but I still think it still has a lot of fun moments. Whereas, like, I watched an episode of like what are we on? Like season 33 of The Simpsons now or something. Yeah, curry powder is overwhelming as fuck. You are right, Master 801. I watched an episode of The Simpsons the other day, and it felt like an abbreviation of what a normal episode would be, you know? And it was like, man, what happened? What happened to y'all? Like, is AI just writing these episodes now? I don't know. Like, it was bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. So, I at least appreciate there's still funny moments in South Park. Like I said, it's not at the same level. It's not the same level anymore, but I still have fun with it. That Snow Day game that they came out with, man, what a wet fart though. That was no good. Stick of Truth though, really fun game with some issues. Fractured Butthole, that game has such a good battle system that game does not deserve. Like, it felt like I was playing Advance Wars. It felt like I was playing like a legitimate real-time strategy game, but it's South Park. So good. It was great. I thought the story was a little hokey in that one, but I thought it was a solidly built game. So I do hope we see another like RPG from them eventually. Yeah, you're not wrong there, Lunar Echoes. Disney, man, that's one that just makes me sad. I grew up in California. I grew up 10 minutes away from Disneyland. So, you know, as a kid, we had season passes for $100. And, you know, at night, like, if I didn't eat my vegetables, my parents would be like, all right, just, look, eat your goddamn broccoli and we'll go watch the Electric Main Street Parade, you know? And so, like, we go there all the time. And it's just sad now. Like, I still think they have quality in their parks. You can tell they don't give the Imagineers the budget they used to have, because, man, they used to cook like crazy. I mean, I think the last ride that didn't feel too short, didn't feel like it was compromised in any way, was Indiana Jones. I think Avatar Land was actually really well detailed and really well created, but what's there is just really, really small. You know, it's just small. It's a small world, after all. Oh man, yeah, I was Game Boy Advance era. I played that on an emulator on my old Dell laptop, and man, I put some time into Advance Wars. All right, all right, let's get a little bit. It's time to put the curry powder in. So we already got the ginger. We're just gonna do a little dab. There we go. That's all we need. You don't need a lot. It's gonna be fragrant in here. I may have misspoke earlier when I think I said curry powder instead of ginger powder. But earlier that was ginger powder. This is now curry powder. Yep, there's the curry smell. I got the curry. But these are getting nice and soft. I am gonna turn this down. Oh, no way! Did you ever do like the Food and Wine Festival? Beef. Oh shoot, I need to go get tomato paste. 1 second. Oh no. I got a Catherine Zeta-Jones under the cables here. Go. I can just step over this. That's kind of shady. Careful. Okay. Forgot about the tomato paste, pardon. Oh, you worked in the Norwegian area, okay. That's awesome. What was it like working there? Was it stressful? Or was it like a decent experience? Let's mix that up. Put that in there. A literal spoonful. I mean, it said a tablespoon. It literally just said 1 tablespoon. So I'm like, all right, you know what? My tablespoon's dirty. I'm just going to use a spoon. It's fine. It's going to be close enough, you know? That's all it called for was 1 spoonful or a tablespoon. So it's like, all right, you know what? It's not a perfect measurement, but it's going to be very close. I mean, am I wrong? Oh shit, Stream Boo? Oh man, I better delete my Twitch account so I can go to a totally real website that totally has viewers. Get the fuck out of here. Only real critics allowed. Alright, there we go. We're getting there. We're making something. Alright. We're gonna put the beef back in and get the juices in there. And then we're gonna add the beef broth. Compared to liquid, skim out the brown surface. Oh shoot! I don't know. Can I trust you, Master 801? The only me is me. Is the only you? Get some of that juice, some of that extra material in there. There you go. All right. Down with the other dirty plate. We're gonna scoot that off camera to look super professional. You saw nothing. Gonna just kind of mix this all in together. Get that tomato paste. Yeah, you get in there. All right, Master 801. What's your favorite thing to cook and why? Let's hear it. All right, it's 4 cups. This is 4 cups. Yep, 4 cups of broth going in. Get those last little drops in there. Get everything out of the tank. Beautiful. All right. Oh, okay. Hey, keeping it simple. Eggs with rice and some soy sauce over top. Are you talking kind of like Gohan Kake Tamago, or is it eggs actually cooked? Because I do love me an egg rice bowl, like where you just get hot, steamy, fresh rice and you crack an egg in there and just mix it up. Oh, that is so good. Make sure I get all the glazy bits off the bottom. All right. Let's see. Oh, really? Okay, so you're actually from Norway. So you you knew your stuff. Okay, interesting. All right, let's get this covered for now. Bring that up to a little bit around. Simmer. Oh, you know what? My bad. We gotta add the rest of the ingredients to it. See if I can do this as carefully as possible. I don't want this stuff going everywhere. Go. Beautiful. The deed is done. There we go. Oh, let's get that in there, get it all mixed up. Get all that goodness in there. Cover that, and then how long we simmering? I estimate oil, so eggs don't always come out my way. That's fair. Like sometimes you just gotta eyeball it and see what happens. And that's kind of what I'm doing today. I'll try to skim off this. I don't have a great strainer, but I'll try. Oh shoot, I forgot about the apple. Okay, I got an apple out in the kitchen. I just gotta grab that. And then Worcestershire. I can never say that. I'm just gonna call it Winchester. Winchester sauce. I know it's not that, but I can't say the right word. Alright, so I need Winchester. 1/8 of an apple? For real? Just an 1/8? I remember other ones calling for like a half apple or a whole apple. Ooh. Maimo in Norway. Hang on, I'm gonna look this up. I'm looking up the website right now. Ooh. Okay. The website looks fancy. Horizon 1 is 6. 15 enough for guests. Wine selection. Prestige wine selection. Holy Grails. Oh, is there a menu anywhere? Do they have menu? It's a 3 Michelin star restaurant. Wow. Library? Pretty sure I can say library. The part that messes me up with Worcestershire is I think it's Worcester. Like my brain wants to say Worcester, but it's Worcestershire. And then I just sound dumb. So I just immediately just default to saying it wrong in a funny way. So then I don't sound intentionally dumb. So Winchester sauce. All right. I forgot to get this moving. Hold on. Go to you. There we go. I forgot to move that. Now we got a trippy background. Look at that. All right. This isn't boiling, right? Nope. All right, let's give it a little stir. It is not boiling, which is good. We keep it at a nice low temp. Let's go get the Worcestershire. I don't know why I can't say that word. Change your menu. Wow. That sounds like it's a pretty intense position to have. That's cool though. Yeah, I've always had like a love for Japanese cooking, even though I'm not a pro. Obviously, I'm a noob. But I appreciate it. I've always loved the food. I'm not one that's like afraid of like slimy textures. So like, you know, having like egg rice porridge in the morning. Some people, like Americans, are gonna be like, "Oh, it's slimy, the egg yolk." Hey, I'll eat that up. I got no problem with that. Yeah, Japanese cooking, I do pretty good pork or chicken katsu. I'm pretty good when it comes to katsu. And I recently got this made me so, natto. Natto. Ooh, I mean, look, if you put spicy mustard and scallions and some soy sauce with it in a bowl of rice, it's edible. It's edible. The texture and the aroma are gonna get you, but it is still edible, you know. It's there. It is capable of being eaten. It's not what I'm going out of my... Oh, playing with rice. Fuck no. I'm never doing that. I did that once and that was a one and done. You're basically just eating a bowl of warm feet. I ain't about that. I mean, you live your life. You do you. I ain't doing that. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go get the Winchester sauce. And something else. What else am I forgetting? Apple. That's right. We're gonna go under here real quick. I'll be right back. going back under like Catherine Zeta-Jones. She dives beneath lasers. Add the 2 tablespoons milk, half tablespoon of Winchester. Damn. Yep. It was measured. I'm good for it. There we go. All right, beautiful. And there with the soup. This you. All right. Cut up a chunk of apple. Get this in here. And you know what? We're just doing it on the lot because this is on the curry cam is currently busy. So it's okay. Get out the core. I personally prefer a little more apple in my curry. I don't know. The last recipe I've done this with was like calling for a half an apple. So I'm gonna meet them halfway here and put in like a 1/4. We're gonna go in the middle here. And I'll probably just eat the rest of the apple because apples are delicious. Hungry for apples? Let's stir that around again. Get it all in there. Beautiful. Right. Well, I didn't realize this is supposed to take like an hour to cook. The last recipe was like 40 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of these ingredients out of the way and do a little cleaning as I go. So give me just a minute. Enjoy the chill lo-fi vibes and the trippy backgrounds brought to you by a dubious green screen. And I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Yeah, let me get this out of here too. Do some cleaning. You gotta clean as you go. That's how kitchens work, you know. Get it over this cable. Oh dear. I am overdue for yoga. I need, actually, 1 second. I need rice. Get my rice. Rice is nice. There we go. Over the cable. I can't wait to get a longer cable. Oh boy. It's like defusing a bomb every time I come back in here. Just trying to get through these cables. Roast chef specializes in roasted and braised meats as well as sauces for me. Ooh, okay. So that's why I was setting you off so much when I was doing searing the meat, because that's your wheelhouse. That's what you do. Why is Siri listening? Don't do that. All right. So we got a little bit of time to kill here. The rice, we're doing basmati. I couldn't find any Botan rice, which I prefer. I like Botan rice. But this is gonna take probably about an hour, I think. And I do have a nice janky little Bunsen burner set up here for the rice once the time comes. Broke. Hold on. There we go. So, this will... Come over here, please. Please don't fight me. We're working on a tiny table here. I'm doing my part, do yours. There we go. So we will be doing the rice here in a little bit, but basmati rice don't take long, so we're just gonna wait for a little bit. Yeah, I know. I agree with you, 801. Well, it's a good thing I don't own kids. That's why I don't have kids. I'm gonna be single forever. But I see your point. It's a good learning moment, you know? I try to take everything as what can I learn from this, and I can learn that, hey, in the future, well, turn that down. You don't need to boil, you're simmering. Calm down. Calm down. You know, in the future, you abuse the meat like a single guy. Yeah, you know it. You know what's up. But yeah, like, I always try to take everything as like, okay, what can I learn from this? Like, I'd rather try and do it and make mistakes, but like improve as I'm making mistakes. I mean, that's what this whole set is. I built this whole thing, and it's like, you know, like, there's imperfections everywhere, but I'm kind of proud of the imperfections because I at least, you know, went for it, you know? Like, there's a seam right here. You can probably see it. The wood's warped for some reason, and I just couldn't get it to line up right, so it's just kind of stuck there. I'm working on getting some kind of filler or something else to cover over it. Green screen's a little too close, so there's some bleed there. But I don't know. I like doing stuff even if it's not a great result, because it's like, hey, instead of just overthinking it, I just did it. Call CPS. Oh, that's fair. You know what? Here's the thing. At the end of the night, it's still gonna be tasty curry. It's still gonna taste good. It didn't brown great, but it's still gonna be good. So, tell me differently. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's still gonna taste good. I don't know. I'm one that's always about like finding the middle ground and things. So it's like, yeah, I don't have basmati rice, sorry, jasmine rice. My bad. I don't have jasmine rice, but I got basmati, and it's not quite the same. But it'll be fine. It's still rice. Rice is rice. It's gonna soak it up and it's gonna be tasty. You know, you put the curry mix in there, it's gonna taste like curry. Yeah, the beef will probably be a little bit tough, but it's still gonna be beef. Still gonna taste, you know what I mean? Where did I put my water? Did I put water in here? Man, I swear I had everything I needed in here. I brought dishonor to my family. Give me 1 second. I gotta go find my water bottle. I gotta hydrate. It's getting toasty in here. One of the problems with using cinema lights is they get very hot. Very, very toasty. agua. You're full. Oh. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, 801. Dishonor on your cow. Hey, I'm a 5-cow wife, okay? At least 5 cows. Johnny Lingo ain't got shit on me. Look, I'm looking up at the thermostat on my clock over here, and it's like the rest of the house is 68 degrees, I think, and it's 76 in here right now, just because this 300-watt Airy light. Well, I'm sure these are contributing as well, you know. But yeah, no, those. The day I can get some LEDs instead of these, I love these lights. I love these lights. They do beautiful, soft, you know. I think it's HMI. Halogen medium arc iode. I think that's what these are. They're great cinema lights, but for live streams when they need to be on for a while, like even this is just the 300 watt, you know, not the 650, which is the standard key light. This thing like heats this room up like a furnace. So I love them, but more for like shorter recording stuff on YouTube. So definitely something. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done curry rice. I've worked in restaurants before, mainly front of house. I'm sure it shows. But I used to work at a Japanese restaurant where I would like help them make the rice for the sushi. And so yeah, it's a specific way you got to prepare it. And if you don't do it right, it's not gonna work. So, but man, it was fun. Like you get like the bowl and you like smear it all around the outside and like get vinegar or whatever and like put it on there to like get it all to cool and get all sticky and goopy. It was great. It was fun. I really missed that place. Clean 5 times. I take that as a challenge. I challenge my body to handle uncleaned rice. That's how strong my trash panda stomach is. It'll take it and it'll make me stronger. Keep back up. Where we at? There we go. Yo, what's up? Welcome to the Grateful Dead Redemption stream. No, we're just cooking some curry, man. We're just hanging out. You want some more? How you doing? What's your weekend looking like? Honestly, I just got a green screen working here for this window, and I just looked for weird visualizers on YouTube. I usually just have like a creepy background of like a haunted forest. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna put a weird visualizer on tonight. Hey, what's up? You fuck with the vibes? You know what's up. You a real one. Hey, if I eat an insect egg, that's at least 100% higher chance of becoming Spider-Man than I currently have. So, I mean, just saying. So, nah, I mean, I actually wash the rice, but I don't usually do 5 washes, but typically it's like a 1 or 2, just like swish, swish, dump, and call it good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Can I call you Mar for short? Is that cool? You want some Mar. All I can think of is Marnar. Is that what you're saying? Like marinara? Because that's what I'm thinking it is. Like, yo, I gotta get some Marnar on top of this. Oh, man. I haven't been, and this isn't like a Michelin restaurant or anything, obviously, but it's a chain restaurant. But I haven't been to Carrabba's in years, and me and my roomie went last night. And you know what I gotta say? It was pretty good. Like, I always kind of equated it on the level of Olive Garden, and it is not. I was actually pretty impressed. Like, it was like, I don't know, like, I thought they were like equal competitors, and this was like, nope, we are significantly better than Olive Garden. Once again, not a Michelin restaurant or anything, okay? We're not doing equal Norwegian stuff here, but I was like, yeah, we had what was it, a shrimp scallop, linguine alla vodka, like a vodka sauce. I usually don't get seafood at restaurants. Those scallops were really good. Like, I was expecting those things to be tough and rubbery, and you know what I gotta say? They were solid. They were soft, they were tender, they were buttery. I was legit impressed with those scallops. Oh, hey, Master 801, I used to work at Olive Garden, and I take no offense. That's all. It's a dumbed down chain. Look, it's just a place to go get soup and salad for $8. Like, okay, you want to get chicken parm? It's just going to be an average okay chicken parm. Like, yeah, like, I'm really weirdly in the middle here. Like, I don't like corporations. So working there as a kid, it was like hearing, you know, all about the labor and we got to cut hours. We got to cut hours. Oh, we need to like, cut hours and labor, like whatever that shit is. There were some things I think they did okay. Like, they did more fresh prep than people would give them credit for. That being said, they still have a microwave there. I'm not really defending them exactly, but I don't know. Like, it's definitely not great food. But like, if you just want a bowl of pasta, you know, okay. There's definitely better options. Like, let me make that abundantly clear. Like, I always try to, like, if I'm ever doing Italian, there's a place, I live in Houston, Texas. Here, spoiler alert, that's where I'm at. There's a place in Dallas, and you can look this place up. Olive Garden, let's see, Olive Garden slash, but you just gotta smoke. Hey, when you work at Olive Garden, you're sounding like an employee at the Olive Garden right now, because everybody would smoke before they went into work. All my coworkers would come in baked. That was the place to find weed when I was like 20. So yeah, oh yeah, and you steal like a bag of breadsticks on the way home. Oh, you feeling good? Oh shit, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Dallas. I do photography every now and then on like events, like volunteer events. Just, it's fun to play with a camera. I'm not a pro photographer, but I enjoy photography. And coming off of one of the events, my friends were up in Dallas and like, hey, you gotta check out this Italian place. This is like where the mafia used to run ops in Dallas. And it's called Campese's. You can look this up. It's a hole in the wall. You go in there and it is like, your eyes take 5 minutes to adjust because you go from normal daylight and you enter the door and it's just like dimly lit shadows and everything is lit by candlelight. Like imagine you are in The Sopranos and you are having a meeting with like the mafia. That's what this place is. It's so good. Their bruschetta was on another level. I could have just ordered that over and over again. Oh, so good. But they have, it's a cool place. Like, if you're ever in Dallas, I cannot recommend it enough. When you're sober, hell not. Yeah, it's basically the Taco Bell of Italian, like a half step up above Taco Bell. It's yeah, you just get baked and go get some okay chicken Alfredo. There were a couple things they used to have. The braised, what is it? The Chianti braised short ribs they used to have. Those were actually good. Nobody would order them because it was on a mushroom risotto. That was actually pretty decent. Like, I will defend that one item. Nobody would order it, and I would always recommend it because it was good. Like, the meat was actually really tender. It had a good flavor. A lot of the other stuff is just kind of like, okay, like half step above Taco Bell flair. But man, those Chianti braised short ribs back in the day, they were pretty good. For Olive Garden, they were punching up with that recipe, and naturally they got rid of it. At least I think they did. But man, if you're ever in Dallas, you gotta check out Campese's. It's in this, like, let me see if I can find it. It's weird. Like, I recommend looking this up because it's in a restaurant that's called like the Golden Pyramid, I think, because it was a nightclub that was called the Golden Pyramid, and like Campese or somebody like that would run like mafia operations in the back. I'm butchering the history here, but they would basically like run ops in the back for like mafia activity, and so it was always known as the Golden Pyramid. And so when they actually made it Campese's now, everybody knew it as the Golden Pyramid, so they just left the label up. They just left it. So if you walk by or drive by, it looks like it's the Golden Pyramid, but it's actually Campese's. And oh man, that chicken parm, oh, it was so good. I hate that red sauce gives me heartburn, like instant acid reflux. I will sacrifice for that chicken parm. I will take the bullet. I will lay on that grenade. Oh, that's such good chicken parm. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, if you really think about it, Olive Garden kind of is like the Taco Bell of Italian. That's actually, I've never thought of that before. Is there like a fast food Italian place? Like more fast food than Olive Garden? Is there? I don't think there is. Does anybody got anything for me? Like, I feel like that could be an interesting niche. Like get like a drive-through Italian place that does like chicken parm sandwiches, small bowls of like, you know, chicken Alfredo. I feel like there's a marketing opportunity here. Wait, does it not? Hold on a second. Hold on. If Campese's is gone, I'm officially in a state of mourning. Oh. Oh. Oh, you scared me, 801. You scared me. It's... Hang on, I'll post a link in the chat. 1 second. I think it's this one. They have a couple of them, but I'm pretty sure it's this one. I'm just gonna post in chat. There we go. Oh, this the atmosphere alone here is so great. All the people that work there, the service is super slow. It's slow. But the people there, it's just this attitude of like, hey, we'll get to you when we get to you. Don't fuck with us. But it's like in a friendly way. And so you're just like, you know, you get yourself a beer, and you just like are sipping or get yourself a wine or whatever you enjoy. And you're just vibing with family or friends. When you're there, you're family. Not get that Olive Garden, get out of here. None of that Olive Garden. But yeah, when you're there, it is an experience. You're not gonna be there for 30 minutes. It's gonna be a while. But man, it's good. Oh man. You had me legitimately scared there for a second, 801. I was like, if Campese's is gone, this stream is over. I'm gonna go cry in the shower for a little bit, because man, that place is so unique. Let me see if I can get the street view of it. Hang on a second. I drink bottles within minutes. Oh, you got them bottles going. So wait, are you a wine person or are you beer? Like what's your poison of choice? Let's see if I can find this. How we doing? Let's turn this up just a skosh. Oh, I think it is the Mockingbird one. Hang on. This one. I think it is. Let me see if I can get street view. Directions. Oh, it's gonna be a long drive from here. Maps. Google.com. Okay, so let's zoom in. Not that close. Too close. Oh, there. Oh, I gotta put a public apology out there. I gotta apologize before the Academy. It is not the Golden Triangle. It's the Egyptian restaurant. So if I can't really post this, I don't think. Oh, maybe I can. Can I post this? Can I copy? Oh, you can? Okay. Here you go. This is a street view. Hey, no diss. Liquor's the way to go. What's your liquor of choice? Are we talking bourbon? Are you a bourbon person? Oh, bourbon. When you get a good bourbon, like, I know this isn't the best bourbon. I kind of consider it mid-range, but, and I don't know if I'm saying it right. Bullet or Belay? I've heard it said both ways, so sorry if it's wrong. That Belay bourbon, Bullet bourbon, Bullet, I don't know how to say it. When you get that and you just put it over some rocks and you just sip on it, it's just a smooth experience. I can't diss it. Shotting on some cheap shit. Cheap and big. All right. Cheap and big's the way to go. You can't diss it. But yeah, that's the street view for it. You can see it is just a hole in the wall. It is unassuming. You would never guess there is an Italian restaurant in there where the mafia would run ops in Dallas back in the day. And oh man, that place is so cool. There's a guest room that they don't open except for the weekends when it's busy. And they like took us on a tour in there, and they have all these different photos of all the different like mafia individuals, mob people. I don't know who it is, but like celebrities and people that would hang out there in like the 50s and 60s. It is like going through a time vacuum. It is so cool. It's a cool place. The Golden Triangle makes me think Thailand. Yeah, that's fair. I was thinking about Bermuda Triangle earlier, so maybe that's what I got stuck in my head. Which apparently that's where all eels come from, which is weird. I don't know about freshwater, but at least saltwater eels, they all come from the Bermuda Triangle, which is interesting. Hey, you want some more? Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. I just got the notice. My email's a little slow to update here, so I appreciate the follow. Thank you. We got 621 followers. I'm thinking YouTube. 621, special number, baby. You know what it is. You know, in hindsight, it probably would have been a good idea to keep a timer going for this bad boy. But I got the stream timer going. So we got a good vibe for it. This is a little bit of a weird aside, but I use OBS for my software, broadcasting software, and for being an open source software, it works fine. It works just fine. It's got its hiccups. It likes to crash. You know, when you open it, it randomly decides, just another 70 or so minutes. Yeah, I'll only have to vamp for time for so long, you know. But the one thing that makes me sad about OBS, that I would be so happy if they change this, is that there's no ability to do a 3D transform. So, for example, the green screen here, it's at an angle, and so if I key out the background of the green screen, I mean, I'll show you. Let me go ahead and pull back the curtain for a second. Sorry to harsh your buzz if I'm doing that. Let's go to here. Filter, chroma. There we go. There's the green screen. Ruin the magic. The problem with this is that it doesn't let you put media sources at a 3D angle. You know, like if you're in Premiere or After Effects or DaVinci or Photoshop, you can do a transform of different angles to appear on a 3D space. So it doesn't do that here. Excuse me. So unfortunately, like, if you put media in the background, it doesn't really angle correctly, which is why it looks a little bit wackadoo here. It's not able to line the image up in 3D space. And there are plugins on GitHub that you can buy, and I don't want to do that. So I've been looking into some other streaming software. Oh, really? They did get sued using the same name. I was curious how they had like the same name, Streamlabs OBS and then OBS. I've always been curious like what the difference was, because I was like, I thought these are two fully separate entities. So they are separate entities. Is that correct? I mean, it seems like it because they got shut down for that. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I was always curious why they had it labeled like Streamlabs OBS when it's like I don't think this is the same OBS. I think you're kind of bandwagoning off somebody else's hype here. Oh man. Also on a side note here, Mr. Amazon, please don't get mad, you know, the owners of the servers here, but I'm not usually an IPA connoisseur. I don't like IPAs. Like, they're just too hoppy for me. I've never been a big fan of them, but I gotta say, Voodoo Ranger their Juice Force. There you go. I'll hold it up for you. It's a good IPA. It's got a good citrus flavor. It's hoppy, but like it has a really good like orange front citrus zest to it. So it's not gonna just. I've always thought that hops just kind of taste like how weed smells. You know what I mean? And I don't know, this one has such a good citrus front to it that it really kind of negates that overly aggressive hop flavor. And so this is the only IPA I'll really enjoy. Like I'll sip it because it's a strong IPA. It's like 10% alcohol or 9.5%. It's got some punch to it. Like I'm feeling it right now. They had to rename their organ to something else. Oh, hey, about time. If they're just bandwagoning off OBS, like I still like OBS. I don't want to be sound like I'm harshing too much on them. But if they were to update and add a 3D transform, just saying, I'd be pretty happy. I wouldn't say no. So, will that happen? I don't know. You might be good for White Claws. You know, every now and then a White Claw's fine. Like, I don't really go out and drink a whole lot anymore. I'm in my 30s, you know? Like, I don't... The recovery time from partying is a lot more than in your 20s. Like, 20s I feel like are the fuck around phase of your life. 30s are the find out phase, where it's like, hey, now there's actually consequences for what you're doing. So, you know, just think ahead a little bit. So, on the occasion, if I go with friends to a bar, like, I got some buddies in Austin I'll go hang out with. Like they like to go to Pinballs, which is like an arcade pinball place, obviously the name. And so like when I'm there, it's like, hey, they have a couple good sours. Sours are what I've really been on lately. I love a good sour ale. Oh my gosh, especially in the summer when it's hot outside. If you're out on the porch and you just have a crisp, cold sour ale. Oh. That's the only way I can tolerate the summer. I don't like heat, which is good reason to live in Houston, I guess. But man, they're like getting a good, like a watermelon sour or like a raspberry or a blueberry sour. Oh my God. Oh, it's so good. It is so tasty. It's just crisp. It's tart. It feels like your mouth is taking an ice bath. So like you just feel so cooled down and invigorated. Did they really? They've gone premium? That's the thing that drives me crazy, is like everything will be like, hey, we're totally free. You can get it for free. And then you download it. It's like, well, hold on a second. If you want the app to actually work, you're going to have to pay for it. And it's like, look, I don't mind paying people for something, but if you're going to posture your item as like a free purchase and then like secretly sneak in add-ins in the back end, I'm out. I don't want it. I'm not interested. I don't want it. Just tell me up front, like hey, or just charge me $20 up front or $50. I don't care. Autumn or December? I'm oddly enough, June. I'm a Gemini. So you'd think I'd be cool with summer, but I'm definitely not. Fall is my favorite time. I'm a total sucker. Like I mean, I'm opening myself up to flack here, but I love pumpkin spice. I'm gonna get Karen energy here, but that is the time. That is the only like food hype thing, you know, like whenever things go viral or like, oh, it's this food challenge or try this. The only one I ever give a shit about is pumpkin spice. That is the only one. I don't care about anything else. I love me some pumpkin spice. Oh my God, a pumpkin spice latte. Love it. Yeah, I mean, I see why OBS is the main. I see why OBS is the main thing. It's like, look, it's open source. It just works for the most part. I do have some issues with it, and I think it's just the Tangia plugin, which I have here. So, good segue. This is one thing with Twitch I'm not crazy about. Like I've got Tangia integrated here, so you can do like all the annoying like interactions, and I think TTS. I may have to still set up TTS, but to be able to use it, you have to mouse over the stream and find this little basketball for Tangia interactions. Like, I don't know, that just seems like such a weird way where like nobody's gonna find it. Maybe that's me being a boomer. I don't know. I'm not a boomer, but you know what I mean. Semi-similar company that never credited. I don't care about backlash. Hey, no diss. No diss. Fuck with Streamlabs. Fuck them. Oh, dang. That's wild. My, one of my buddies, for about, I'd probably say 15 years, it has been his bucket list goal to get a Lotus, like a Lotus, you know, sports car. And recently, you know, he got a new job, his wife's doing well and everything like that. And so recently he found one, like really low miles, the one he's always wanted. And he got a Lotus, and he's in the shop today getting like part of the catalytic cut out or something. Let me see, hold on. Was it the pre-cat? Oh, I guess there's a third catalytic converter. I don't know sports cars. I can fix a Prius like you wouldn't believe. But yeah, it's in the shop right now. He has an Evora GT, and man, I don't think I'd ever get this kind of car, but it looks beautiful. It is gorgeous. That's fair, Master 801. Ironically, the thing we developed a thing for makes money for a company. Yeah, that's how everything works, though. Unfortunately, it's just corporate acquisition. You know, you come up with something cool. I used to work in IT. I did probably about 4 years working in IT, and I was gonna go to school for a software development degree, and then you know AI was rolling out, and the company I was working for, they had the whole, you know, tuition reimbursement program. They had, you know, all these things of like, we want you to go to school and plan a track for your future. But when I would try to go to school and I would try to plan for my future, like they say, they would basically just be like, oh, well, our availability for you requires Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. And it's like, okay, well, where do I fit classes in there? Like, can you accommodate schedule at all? And they're like, no, you have to take online courses only. And it's like, all right, well, some of these software development courses require being in person in labs. Like, what do we do about that? And they're like, oh, I don't know, just take like one course a semester. And it's like, I have my film degree. Like, I have a degree in film, and I have my, you know, my associates for my general associates are done. But just to get a software degree, like a bachelor's in software development, it's like another 96 credits. And so I sat with them, like meeting with HR and, you know, everybody, and was like, look, so you're saying the reasonable expectation here is to take one course every semester. That's 4 credits a semester. That will take me like, what is that? 24 semesters to get done. That's like 6 years. That's bad math, but like, you expect me to like be going to school for 6 years and hoping that I get a degree by then? Yeah, and I mean, now with AI, software development's not that bad. I mean, I taught myself a lot about working, you know, with APIs and some scripting. I'm still pretty green. Like, I'm not trying to like, you know, posture here a bit. But I originally was trying to go in for data analytics because I have my brain just notices patterns very quickly. And so for forming data and just, I don't know, my brain was really good with that. Like, I don't like Excel, but after taking data analytics courses, it's like, man, I wish I'd have paid attention in high school more for Excel, because this is a data analytics powerhouse. Like the trend lines, scatter points, you know, all the different data tables you can do with SQL and searching, and it's astonishing the kind of data you can come up with now. But man, you're from the pre-AI era. Okay, all right. So you're a real one. That was the thing that was so weird to me. Like, I talked to somebody else that's a friend of mine that got their degree in like 1998 as a software developer, maybe 2000, and it's like, man, you got this so long ago, and technology's changed so much. Like, how much does your degree actually help you now, besides like getting a foot in the door, you know? And it seems like really any company that hires you, the first 6 to 8 months is just learning their system and learning the skills and tools that they want you to learn. So it really seems like the degree is just paper, just to get you in the door. And then after that, it's just learning everything the company wants you to learn. Had to manually search for our answers. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's totally fair. Let me give this a little stir here. Smell pretty good. Smell pretty good. All right. I don't want to take the lid off too long because I want the heat. I want it to simmer. I want it to keep the heat, you know. Turn that just a skosh. Just a little bit. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like I have a friend that finished their degree recently, and he's like, yeah, ChatGPT did all my essays. Like, everything he did in school was just ChatGPT helping him out. Like, for the classes he cared about, he would actually study and learn, you know, but for the ones he didn't care about, like, hey, I think he was taking a business finance degree, and he's like, hey, for American history, like, I don't care about this. I'm just gonna have ChatGPT write my essays and then reformulate it and take out, you know, any phrases that are like, as an AI model. And he aced all those classes that he didn't care about, you know. The ones that he actually cared about, he would put time into. But that's crazy. Like it's like, how are schools gonna counter that? There's no way. There's no way that as long as you take out the as a learned language model or as an AI model, it seems like there's no way they'd know. Yeah, I mean, I kind of, once again, like, I'm always cursed with devil's advocacy. I kind of see both sides of this, where it's like, look, I'm going to school for business. I don't care about American history. You know, school is already like a fuck ton of money, so it's like, look, if you want to try and accelerate and get through this a little bit, and it's not something you care about, and it's not pertinent to your degree, for that part, I kind of am in the middle. But for the things you really need to learn to be an effective person in your degree, no, don't use ChatGPT, don't use AI. Like, learn those things. Actually put the time in and do the needful, you know? I don't know. I think I've always had a weird feeling, because I think it's good to explore and learn things, but it feels to me like certain schools, not all of them, I don't like to be black or white in my thinking here, but a lot of schools, it seems like they want to put extra classes there to just pad the workload to increase how much you're paying them. There's a lot of important classes, obviously. I'm not saying school sucks, but I mean, it's a pain and it's expensive, and you know, the jobs you go into in the public sector are not going to pay for your student loans for a long time. But I think some of them are just kind of there as fluff, when it's like, maybe we don't, you know, maybe we don't need this for like an engineering degree. I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle here, where it's like, yeah, don't be an asshole and just like cheat on everything. But also, do you really need to take like 2 semesters of like physical education if you're going into a software development degree? You know what I mean? Like, I'm in the middle here on that, where it's like, I feel like there's fluff classes that you don't need to take, and if you're kind of helping offload some of your stress and strain for school with those ones, I can kind of see where you're coming from. But also, like, do your work, like do your research. So yeah, like, my sister's been a professor at a university. I think she was a faculty for 3 or 4 years, and they would always push for like, hey, you need to fail more students. You need a higher fail rate in your class, which that just feels weird to me. Like, I understand if you want to be like hey, we are stern and we you know, make our students challenge themselves, but like, priding yourself on your failure rate to like fail more students, like, aren't we here to help people learn and grow and excel? Like, if your metric is based on like how much you're fucking people over, And granted, yeah, people are gonna show up late or drink all night and not study. So like, hold them accountable. But like, if you're being pressured to fail more people so the school looks more intense, like, what are you here for? Like, what are we doing? You're here to help people continue their education and have a chance at a good future, you know? Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, 801. Like, I went to a community school and I loved every second of it. The education was affordable, it was reasonable, and the teachers were cool. Like, you know, I got a film degree and like they had a huge film lab. I got to go, you know, the lab aide was, he's a friend, but also like he didn't get paid a lot, and so he didn't put a lot of work into organizing the film lab. I don't blame him. Like, you know, when you're paid the bare minimum you can get paid, I don't really blame not going above and beyond. I get it. But I remember like going in there into the lab equipment and like pulling out the dolly and the tracks and just teaching myself how to level a film dolly, and, you know, to be able to have those smooth dolly shots. And it was a great, what I call a sandbox of failure. Like, I enjoyed college because it was a place where I could just, in a film sense, in a creative sense, I could just fuck around, do weird things, make mistakes, do confusing, weird video projects, and just learn what works, learn what doesn't work, learn from failure, and just, you know, get what, like, that's why I call it a sandbox of failure. It's just, it's a place where you can just make weird stuff and practice and hone your craft. And so I really loved community college for that. I had so many great memories there, you know? Oh man. College was cool. College was an interesting time. There's just mushrooms. I haven't looked at the visualizer. There's just a bunch of mushrooms floating in space. Yeah, I also agree with the 801. It is unfortunate that we have a system that is just very homogenized. It's meant to make everybody just conform to the same thing. I mean, I've heard all the things over the years. You know, like schools have like a bell or like a some kind of like notification bell. You know, like between courses to like make it seem like a factory. You know, you're working on shifts and everybody's facing the same direction, studying the same thing to raise a bunch of factory workers. So I mean, I do see that, and I wish our country would invest more in education. I'm not gonna go down a political rant, but like, I'd love to see more interesting education. Like, I watched a documentary a long time ago. It's an old Michael Moore documentary that was just kind of showing, like, I think it was called Where to Invade Next, and it was him just going to different countries, looking at different parts of their ecosystem or their culture. And part of it was talking about like Japan, like the education in Japan. And I have some reservations with Japanese education. I think they're very challenging. Like, they challenge their students to work very hard. But I think the thing I really like, though, is that all the students are in charge of cleaning their homeroom. They're in charge of taking care of it. So it creates this sense of like, this isn't just a place I go take tests and learn to memorize stuff. This is a place that I am learning how I integrate into society and learn what role I can play. And so I just thought that was cool. Like, and I think it's Italy. Lunch is actually a course. Lunch is like educational, where they'll eat on glass plate, like glass or ceramic plates, you know, and like actual silverware, actual like crystal glasses to drink from. And they'll get their food and they'll learn about what their food is. This is how it was made. This is how many calories. This is like, and they would learn about healthy eating and healthy habits. So even lunch was like this educational thing to teach you how to cook, to teach you real life skills. And that's such a cool thing, man. I would have definitely benefited from some kind of lunch like that instead of, you know, American dubious Pizza Friday. Because man, the food in American schools is not good. Oh man. I mean, I still love me some trash cafeteria pizza. It's trashy, but it still tastes good. You know, I gotta say, I don't really know anything about Chinese education, so I'd love to hear more about it. person came into our high school and would talk to invite them into a certain car IT school. Yeah. A lot of the IT schools, or like the universities, like what is it, like Full Sail University or DeVry or any of those, they're basically just, unfortunately, scams. Like, a degree you could get for yourself for like, I don't know, at a community school for like maybe $30,000 is going to be like $75,000 at Full Sail or whatever it is. They're so expensive. Complex maths in middle school. Nice. Yeah, no, it's funny. Like, as a kid, I was homeschooled and always thought I was bad at math. I just thought, like, I remember learning algebra in middle school and like starting geometry, and it just didn't click. And going back to real school and high school, like, took physics, and I thought physics was a really cool course. I just couldn't wrap my brain around some of the graphing and plotting, but I thought it was a really cool course. But after high school, I wasn't able to graduate because as a homeschooled kid, I didn't have credits for the years I wasn't in public school, so I'd have had to repeat 2 years of school. So instead of doing that, I just started doing concurrent education at college, just to kind of like skip that. But as I got older and needed to get financial aid, you have to have a high school diploma of some kind. So I had to get the GED, and I gotta say, I studied and practiced for the GED, and part of it's, you know, algebra and like basic geometry stuff, and so I was really nervous, like sweating bullets about it. I was shocked, like, learning from that book. I was like, wait a minute, this makes total sense. Did I just have a shitty teacher? I had a shitty homeschool teacher. Like, I actually am okay at math. Like, this is kind of cool. Okay. So, I mean, I think a lot of it's also the teacher, but that's cool that they're learning early. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Like, I wish we'd make education a higher priority here. It just feels like here that it's just we're just checking the box as lightly as possible, like, and we're not putting work into it. And it's like, well, I mean, you hear about everybody saying they want the best and brightest in America, and it's like, well, you're not investing in your people, you know? Like, have better education so people can be the best and brightest. You got to have a good foundation, or that whole house is going to crumble. You know? Alright, let me check this. I know at some point I need to drop the potatoes in here. Let's see. Go down a little bit, catch it back up. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope. We did that, we did that. Did that. We did that. We did that. Alright, you know what? We're gonna bring this up a little bit. We did that. When the beef is tender, add the potatoes, close the lid, simmer for 15 minutes. Okay. So basically, once that beef's tender and cooked, we're just gonna add potatoes in there. And then we're gonna add up to 1 package of Japanese curry roux. I don't think I'm putting that whole pack in there. Oh my god, that's a lot of curry roux. Roux? It's roux, right? Am I saying that right? I think it's roux. Standing on boats and needed to see news and take it as face value. Yeah. Wait, is it roe? Oh no, have I said it wrong this whole time? Roux. Okay, it is roux. Okay. That's good. So I remember hearing that when I worked at Sundance. They would make nachos. They had this, oh my god. Oh, those nachos. So there's 3 restaurants at Sundance. There's the Tree Room, which is like their Michelin rated restaurant, and then the Foundry Grill, which is where I primarily worked there. I would do Tree Room shifts every now and then. That was kind of their backup guy. But they would also have the Owl Bar, which is a really cool place. If you're ever in Utah, I can't recommend going there enough. It's so cool. It's an original bar where Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid would hide out. They had the original bar top from like 200 and something years ago, like whenever it was. I think it was like 1870, so maybe 150 years. But they have the original wood bar top from then. It's like this knotted old gnarly wood top. It's so cool. That is the coolest bar I've ever been to. And when you worked at the restaurant, they would kind of hook you up with draft beers where it's like, hey, buy one and we'll sneak some refills for you, you know. Oh man, but they had this nacho plate and they would make, they'd make their roux for, the cheese. Oh, that was so good. Oh my God. They also had fried pickles that were on another level. To this day, I've never had better fried pickles with their chipotle aioli. I'm not a big chipotle guy. Like chipotle flavor, it just never really vibed for me. But that chipotle aioli, that was some of the best I've ever had. Oh my God. Like the batter was crispy on the outside, but the inside was still like tender. That chipotle aioli was just the perfect mix of savory with like that chipotle punch and a little bit of saltiness to it. Oh, my mouth is watering right now. Wait, are they really 801? A lot of Japanese foods are originated from French. You're blowing my mind here. Like, can you give any examples off the cuff? I'd love to hear some. This is really fascinating. Let me give this a little stir. You ready for the webcam to get all fogged up? Here we go. Oh, maybe not. The fan might actually be playing protection here. Oh, but that water's dripping all over the carpet. It's a good thing I got that carpet on Marketplace for 30 bucks. Ah, no worries, 801. See how long this visual has left. Do I need to start it over? Yeah, I'm gonna rewind this. Don't mind me. Wait, Dark Forest Psytrance? I don't think I'll put that on right now. You may have a really bad trip from that. That sounds terrifying. You know what? I'm gonna put this up here. Let's do that. Let's do... You know what? Actually, no. I'll put it down here. It's fine. Oh, there's so many objects. I got way too many plugins going here. Go to you. Uh-oh. There we go. Safe for work thing. I mean, I think it would be safe for work. It just, the name of it sounds like you're gonna go through a portal through hell. Which, I mean, sounds funny. Steamed cake. Ooh, steamed cake. What are we talking about? There we go. I'm gonna raise this just a little more to keep that boil a little more consistent. I guess it's supposed to stay at a boil. I thought it was supposed to be a low simmer, but it's supposed to stay at a boil. Use Costella. I'm gonna look this up really quick. Ooh. Oh, that looks good. Moist brioche style flavor and texture. is based on cakes introduced to Japan by Portuguese merchants in the 16th century. Whoa! That looks good. Damn, now I'm getting hungry. I gotta say, like, as I've mentioned before, I live in Houston. Very, very big, crowded, cramped city. This city is the example of how not to build out a city. But the one thing, I'm gonna bring this close, the one thing that is beautiful about this town is the amount of food you can get here. There's a whole, like, I don't know the right term. I'm gonna say Chinatown. I hope that's not offensive. I don't think it is, but hopefully not. There's a whole like Chinatown area of West Houston in, like, I think it's the Bel Air area, that like all the what am I trying to say? All the street signs, like, you're on Red Fluff Boulevard or whatever. All of them are in, I think, Mandarin, either Mandarin or Cantonese. I always get them mixed up. But oh my God, there are so many good Asian restaurants there. I mean, it's like a dime a dozen, all the different tea shops, boba and tea shops, but they have amazing dim sum places. They have amazing Japanese steakhouses. There's a place over there that does like those jiggly, fluffy, those thick Japanese cakes. And they thick. Oh my God. Oh, I have to be careful around there because I will eat my weight. I may have to try and do a, we'll show the site when you come in. I may do a live stream at some point going to, there's a place here called Ocean Palace. I'd recommend looking it up. It's this monstrosity of a building. It is huge. It's a 2-story building. It is this dim sum palace. They're open, I think, from 8 to 2 every day. It is the most chaotic dining experience I've ever had, and I love every second of it. It's dim sum, like all the different little dumplings and everything. But it's just all these little ladies pushing trolleys around, yelling at you in a language you don't understand. And you have 6 different menus. You got like the massive menu of all the different options. You've got this little stamp card of all the things you want to order from the carts, from the trolley. You've got your appetizer list, you've got your beer and drink list, you've all these different things. It's like you need a bachelor's degree in recipeology or menuology or something just to understand how to use the menus. And then there's all these ladies barking at you in Cantonese, like holding up these different trays, like, pork shumai, pork shumai. It is chaos and it is so much fun. But they have so much good food too. I mean, if you're not careful and you don't know what you're ordering, you can run up a bill really quick. So you got to be careful. But man, that shrimp pork shumai, it's so juicy, it's so tender. Oh my God, it's so good. And it's right next to this place. It's what's it called? Hong Kong Market. It's it's just like a big Asian market, but it's inside this shopping mall, like strip mall, that I can't describe this well enough. It feels like when you step in there, it feels like you're in like 1988. It smells like 1988. It looks like 1988. It is just an old ass mall with all these tiny little like Korean, Vietnamese, Philippine shops. There's a whole shop in there selling like bootleg DVDs and karaoke machines and like LED neon signs for pho or like wax and nail salons. I want one of those pho signs so bad. If I can ever afford it, it's straight up going on the set. I want one of those so bad. But it's such a cool place. You just go in there and you're like, man, I feel like I just went back in time by 30 years. Don't go to the market. Hey, there's a place there. I think it's called, if I remember right, I think it's Six Ping Bakery. And I just call it trash panda bread. I mean that in the nicest way. I'm not being mean. They just have this kind of bread that's like trash panda bread. It's like cheese, jalapeno, and then just a hot dog thrown in the middle. But it's this beautiful pastry. the old place I used to live, they had like a ton of raccoons at the dumpster, and so I would buy those breads for like $2, and I'd bring them out and I'd break them up and feed them to the raccoons. I used to be very good friends with the raccoons at that dumpster. I got a bunch of photos on my Instagram of them. Eventually, I'm gonna start a project. I hope, if I can find another dumpster with a bunch of raccoons, called Trashional Geographic, where it's National Geographic, but at dumpsters with raccoons and possums, which are overrun here in Texas, and they're great. But yeah, I've got videos on my Instagram, camera.go.burr, BRRR, of me just like feeding grapes to raccoons and stuff like that, and getting photos of them. So I miss doing that. There's not as many up here on where we are now in Houston, but man, I miss feeding them grapes. They would go crazy for that Trash Panda bread. Oh my gosh, they would go crazy for those hot dogs on top. Raccoons, they love them some hot dogs, and so yeah, they would go wild for those. If there was a man, I'd be friends with him. Yeah, like I remember like sending one of my friends videos, and he's like, "Aren't you gonna get rabies? Like you're like right next to them." And it's like, yeah, you don't get that through air. You have to get that by being bit. And like, I know what a rabid raccoon looks like. They're gonna be acting weird. They're not gonna go near any water, you know, and they're gonna be acting like all disoriented. So like, you know, it's a risk. It's a legitimate risk you got to be aware of. But you know, I know what to look for. I'm not a pro or anything. There's actually an animal sanctuary up here somewhere. I need to do more research into this, but there's a sanctuary up here somewhere that will teach you and certify you to handle like recovered raccoons, you know, that can't live in public anymore or live in the wild because they've been rehabilitated, or they're, you know, domesticated in some way. Raccoon won't care. But hey, they're my favorite animal. So it's like, I'd love to go over there and get certified to like work with, you know, recovered or recovering raccoons. They're like my favorite animal. It's weird. I used to think possums were really creepy, and then I started learning about them, and they're really beneficial to your ecosystem. Like they almost, like it's such a low chance that they could actually get rabies. They still can, but the chance of them getting it is so absurdly low that it's almost nothing. But they'll eat all like the ticks, spiders, bugs, everything you don't want around your house. The possums will take care of. They're like the outdoor Roomba of your property. And so my friend in Austin, no, I don't do PETA. I still eat animals. I still eat beef. But I still love all like the trashy animals like possums and raccoons. They're sweethearts. But like my friend in Austin, he'll leave grapes and like nuts and seeds and stuff out for the possums, and so they'll come out there and they'll just quietly just munch at night on those, and then eat all the spiders and wasps and all the other shit out there, and they don't really have to deal with bugs. It's dope. They're really cool. Wait, what? Hold on. You got to explain this to me, 801. PETA kills all animals. Hold on, you gotta explain this. I'm curious about your mindset on this one. I'm very interested. I'll be honest, I'm one that doesn't know much about PETA. I know there are people for the ethical treatment of animals, and I know they have like extremist marketing and stuff like that, but that's about all I know. So yeah, like hey, if you got tea, spill the tea. Let's hear it. I think we're getting pretty close to adding the potatoes and the roux. Let me see. Oh, I forgot to check Discord here. Alright, well. Really? Inject shit into animals to die. Damn. I've never heard this before. Like, that's crazy. Is that like for like their marketing stuff to like make it like to like posture like eating meat kills or something like that? Is that like part of their marketing stuff, I guess? Give me 1 second while you're writing. I'm gonna go over here for a minute. I'll be right back. So toasty in this room. Sorry to the nose, they have news that they haven't suppressed already. It's the Catholic thing? No, it's all, but I know 100% they kill for their god. Man, interesting. I'm gonna have to look into this. I've never heard this before. Not saying you're wrong, I'm just saying I have no information one way or the other, so I'm gonna have to look into this. This is, I mean, I haven't really put any effort or time into researching PETA, so, you know. But I'm gonna have to look into this. This is really fascinating. So wait, do they have like a different god besides like, you know, like Christian god? Do they have like a different kind? That's interesting. I've never heard this. So yeah, once again, like I said, I have no info. You killed a cat that was strayed. Oh, that's sad. Don't kill cats. Like, cats aren't my favorite. I'll say this, like, I think cats are cool, but it's an animal that you have to like outsmart to get to like you. And like, there's just moments where I don't have the emotional stamina for that game. Cats are still cool. And there's certain cats, like I got a friend that pops in the stream from time to time. We will call that cat Bubby. And Bubby is a sweetheart. Bubby is I love Bubby. So sweet. Oh my god, that's really sad. And the cat owner found out it was dead. I wonder why they would do that. You know what? While we're doing that, I think we're about 20 minutes out. I'm gonna guess roughly 20 minutes. I'm gonna get this rice going. Please don't spill. Please don't spill. There we go. We got those 2 cups. Let's go ahead and get this going. Oh, I left the lid out there, didn't I? All right, give me a second. I hope this doesn't flip a breaker. I have a feeling these 2 plus my cinema light's gonna be stressing out our power here, but we'll see. Hang in there, Texas Power Grid. try. There we go. I am really close right now. Let's see. I'm gonna try and see if I can do a little bit of straining here, because I know part of this is to strain off some of the shit that comes up to the top of the curry. I don't know if this is gonna work well enough, but I'm gonna try. It's way too Catholic religion. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look this up, because like I said, I know nothing about PETA really. I just love feeding raccoons chicken and a biscuit. It just makes me laugh. Ooh, that's toasty. Yep, that's on my foot. That's great. That didn't feel good. You know, I'm not seeing a lot to strain off here. Let me give it a little stir and see what's up. Oh, sorry, camera. If the curry cam's fogging up, I apologize. The fan's trying to do what it can. I'm not seeing a lot to strain off, so I'm gonna kind of ride it and hope for the best. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they sound like they give off those vibes. For sure. Okay. All right, now 5 servings. Now this is about, I think, 5 or 6 servings of curry, so I think I'm gonna start with half the pack. If I remember right, I did that about last time. They have kill vans. Ooh. Ooh, that's dark. Yeah, I don't like that. Interesting. You want to believe in them? Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know anything about them, so I don't really have a stake in this race. But yeah, it definitely sounds a little shady to me. All right, so let's turn this. We're gonna set that there. Get a little smell. Let's open this up. Get a little whiff. Oh. You know, if this tasted like it smelled, I would eat this like a chocolate bar. But we know that would not end in a good way. Oh, this is all electric. This is all electric. If this is, I don't think you can use propane inside. I think that's carbon monoxide. I think. Maybe that's just charcoal. Maybe charcoal's only the one for carbon monoxide. But yeah, we're doing all electric here. Another pouch here to take off the edge. Fight the hunger till this is ready. Wait, what? Hold on. Unknown user followed me. Can you block usernames in Twitch? Or is that the actual name? Oh, it's a spam bot. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, because it was banned. Okay. Wait, spam bots can follow you? I didn't know they could do that. I knew they'd come in here and talk about Stream Boo, because that's all they ever fucking do. I didn't know they would come in here and actually follow you. That's funny. Man. Does anybody actually use Stream Boo? Is that like a real website? Like I feel like this is some like billionaire joke where it's like, hey, check out this website that's not real. Like, I don't know. Like I've never heard a single person ever posting clips from Stream Boo or using Stream Boo. I don't know. I've never heard of anybody actually using it. People actually do use Stream Boo, huh? Otherwise, yeah, I guess that's true. Like, if it's not gonna make them money, why would they spend money on the bots? Interesting. I mean, not to sound like I'm being a simp for Twitch or Amazon or anything like that. Like, I have my own issues with Amazon. But also I get a stream here, you know? So, I ain't gonna complain. Alright, wow, this is fast. This is almost at a boil already. God damn, this is a good little burner. I'll give it to you. Like, is this thing on fire? Ooh. That cable is getting a little warm. Not concerningly warm, but there is a little warmth in there, so I'll have to keep an eye on it. You know what? I'm gonna bring that down to a simmer now, because it is popping off like a protest. All right, this is starting to boil, so let's get this in here. And yes, it is jasmine rice. I know that's not the preferred rice of choice, but we are working with what we got because I could not find Botan, and Botan is like I love that rice. Oh, that rice is so good. All right, let's bring that down to a simmer. I think 2 would probably be good. 2-ish. How we doing? How we looking? Seems pretty good. Man, I'm surprised how fast that heats up. I'm really impressed by that. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna make an executive order here. It's time to add the curry blocks. I'm gonna cut this in half. Sort of. That's 2 of them. We're gonna warm this up just a skosh. Just a little bit. A little dab will do ya. Add 1 more. Oh, it smells so fucking good. Oh boy. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Let's talk about this. 1 minute. 1 minute. Hold on. Don't get mad. That is a rolling boil. I don't want that. I want a simmer. I want a rolling simmer. And I gotta turn the power off actually for a second because I need to go add the potatoes. So give me 1 second. I gotta run really fast. Don't let that boil over. Keep an eye on it for me, okay? I trust you. You're good for it. Oh dear. Oh, there it goes. I told you not to let it boil over. What are we doing? What's happening? Oh, we talked about this. Oh, man. All right, we're gonna carefully add these in here because I don't want this to splash everywhere. We got our taters. Let's go ahead and get that in there, and let's stir that roux in there. And this should start to thicken up a little. Let's bring that to warm. I want to boil, but I would like a gentle simmer. Can you do that, soup pot? I'd be grateful. It's gonna start to thicken up pretty quick. We're gonna get hit with that thickness. Merry thickness. Oh, it's starting to thicken a little bit. We're getting a little thickening in there. Let's see, it is 7:55, so probably about 20 minutes. For those taters, 15 to 20. Let them simmer and soften up. Gonna keep stirring this for a little bit. Oh, it's starting to thicken. Oh my God, this smells so fragrant. I can smell it. Oh, I'm gonna sleep so good tonight. I'm gonna put that back down. Then we can get that back to just a gentle simmer. I don't want it to boil, but I do want it to keep moving, you know? A little bit of motion. Alright, this still got some time to thicken up. We gotta get it thick. bring it up just a little more. I want to bubble, but I don't want to boil. I cannot believe this camera is not fogging up. This is blowing my mind. I'm grateful, but I'm just surprised. Just making sure that those curry blocks don't stick to the bottom. You got to keep it moving a little bit. It's going to start getting thick. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes, but I might add the fourth block. We'll see. We'll see how it thickens. We'll see how it thickens. Because it is still thickening. I don't wanna jump the gun here, you know. Oh my god, that smells so good. Oh my god. I'm gonna just cover most of the lid. Let that sit there. There we go. Oh, we got that right where we want it to be. Oh, no, I just added potatoes, 801. Yeah, I've got this set to low. This is a super sensitive soup pot, so like you have warm and 200. And warm is like, I'm not gonna simmer, but I'm gonna get it warm. 200 is like, I'm gonna go put some nitrous in this thing. So you have to kind of like wiggle it by a millimeter. Just ever so lightly, so I'm still dialing it in. There we go. But we do got potatoes in there. We got taters in there. Look at that. Let's get some close-up tater. Look at that. Look at that. You got some tater. You get that nice. I was gonna say 4K, but this ain't 4K. You got some tater in there. We got taters. Don't worry. So I'm just a weird mutagenic freak that likes to keep the skin on it. I know most people like peel the potatoes. I don't know why. I like the skin on the potatoes. You know, I rinse the crap out of them. You know, I rinse them off like a mofo and clean them. But I've always liked skin on potatoes. So, to each their own. All right, how's this doing? All right, we're doing good there. Let's turn this up to 2, just a little more. There we go. A little bit more heat. Okay, we're in the same boat, 801. I do the same thing. Yeah, like you cut the eyes out, you clean it off. Like, I don't know, like some of my favorite fries are Five Guys fries, and they leave the skin on. Like, oh my god, I don't go to Five Guys very much anymore because it's like if you want a burger and fries, it's like $28, and you have to sacrifice your firstborn. It's so expensive, but oh. Those Cajun fries though, oh my god, I'll eat a bag of those. I don't need anything else, just the Cajun fries. That's all I want. It's all I need, all I want. Oh, so good. Bueno. Food should be ready in about 15-ish. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
How's it going?
I have yet to die.
That's good.
Yes.
That's a plus.
So I may or may not have. I probably should have worn my brown pants today.
Is it getting dicey?
Yes. Walking down the hall. Okay, I'm gonna walk outside. Ghost event right on my ass. Oh my god.
Oh fuck yeah.
This factor is real.
That's one game I don't need to play in VR. I did before and was like, this is too much. I'm good. It gets dicey.
Oh.
Is this burning yet? Nope. That $6 extension cable's holding tight. Someone promised me their firstborn, albeit jokingly. How do you jokingly promise a firstborn? Like, I guess that makes sense, actually. If somebody just says, I promised my firstborn to you. Shuffle it around a little. Man. Pause.
Can I run the dryer? Leave it off.
You can run it. You can run it. Just keep my door barely cracked. Just shut it most of the way. Cool. Alright, that rice is getting pretty close. Tell you what, while that's going... Oh, don't do that. How dare you? How dare you? I told you not to overflow. You know what? I am... Uh-oh. Oh no, that's not what I thought it was. I'm gonna add one more... Gracious, stop it. I'm gonna add one more block of this, because this isn't thickening up just enough. So I'm gonna add one more. It did say a full pack, and I just don't want to do a full pack. I feel like that's too much. So I'm gonna do like 60% of the pack and see how that goes. Let that get in there. You want this to have some thickness to it, you know? You know what I mean? Oh, that's the dryer. That was weirding me out. My roommate just started the dryer, and it's like in time with the lo-fi music. I didn't add the milliliter of water? Wait, what do you mean, 801? I mean, I can add some water to it, but it's still kind of thin compared to what it should be. So if it gets thick, I'll add a little more water to it. Like if it gets way too thick. So I'm gonna keep stirring this for a minute to see how it do. Because I feel like it didn't cook quite enough of the liquid off. But we'll see. We'll give it a little more time. If it gets too thick, I'll throw a little more water in there. Because it's getting pretty close to the consistency it needs to be. It's getting there. Packet instructions. Hold on, let me check. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I probably could have done that. It's all in Japanese! Just kidding, it's on the other side. Stir fry vegetables, did that. Add water and bring to a boil. Yep, did that. Turn golden break. Stirring consistently. Serve over hot rice or noodles. Chicken, lamb, shrimp, beef, 1 pound, onions, potatoes, 5 ounces. Yeah, about 5 ounces. 2 and 1. Oh, that's why. So it says 2 1/4 cups, U.S. cups, for a serving. And this has a lot more chicken broth to it. So let me... I'll throw a little water in here. Actually, let me do a little taste. Let me get a little taste in here. It's gonna be burning hot. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. I might leave it as is, to be honest. We'll see. If it's soupy, put the lid on. Okay. I'll bring that back down. I don't want it to boil. I don't want boil. I just want gentle, gentle simmer. Please. Oh man, but that's good. That's got some flavor. That rice is almost done, actually. Jesus. Let me get a fork really quick so I can fluff that rice. Go fluff that rice. Go squish that cat. 1 second. should be the last time I have to go through there. Yeah, through the entrapment zone here. Oh, dear God. Just don't let it burn on the bottom. See if we... Yeah, that's fair. That's the one thing I want to avoid. Set that there. He's gonna go right there. Get this, fluff that rice. Get a little fluffing going on here. Needs a little more time, but it's getting pretty close. Let's set that down to level 1. There we go. Just let it figure its life out for a few. Give this another stir. Make sure nothing's sitting on the bottom and burning. It's the last thing we want. Yep. Yeah. This fabric's gonna need to go through the wash after this. Ooh, an induction rice cooker. Ooh, is that one of those like really pro ones where you can put like the beef and the scallions in it and just make like beef rice right out of it? Because I will say, it's weird. Rice is something I've just never been great at doing. Like, I can get it done well enough, but rice is one that I always get it wrong. Like, it's like, it either is like, just, I don't know. It's one I when I do this and I just like set it on low and forget it, it'll be fine. But I don't know, rice is always one I'm like getting, like just not quite locking it in, you know? God, this room smells so odorific. It smells so good. Yeah, pretty much. Like, that's the thing I do is, you know, you 1 cup rice, 2 cups water, put it in, let it figure itself out. And I mean, I think it's really only when I try and do brown rice that things go awry, because, you know, it takes longer to cook brown rice. I think that's the one that goes weird. But I don't know, like I just like, there's just moments where it just does not work out. Keep it to warm, but not cooking. Yeah, definitely not a hippie, not in the least. No, not in the least. I have a job. Cracking me up how good that green screen looks with the visualizers. I mean, I'll say, I'm just glad that this microphone's working. Like, it's a good microphone, but it's also a super cardioid, so I didn't think it would pick up well from this point, because it's usually supposed to be like this close when you're live streaming, but it seems like it's still picking up decent audio from this point. Cool with that? I don't know if I just dialed in the filter settings really well. On conflicted interest, yeah. I don't know. I try to be pretty laissez-faire about things. Like, everybody's got their different takes on things. Like, doesn't mean we can't still just get along and, I don't know, be human to each other. Let's give this another stir. Oh yeah, it's starting to thicken. It's thickening. Yeah, those potatoes are gonna need a little more time, that's for sure. But they're getting there. They're softening up a little bit. I think russet potatoes usually need about like 20 minutes or so to soften up. We're probably getting pretty close. We're getting close. I'd say we're probably about 10-15 minutes away. You know, let me go clean this knife off. This thing's gonna... This is one of those knives that gets really fussy if it doesn't get cleaned quick. 1 sec. Carefully under the cable because I don't want to keep Catherine Zeta-Jonesing it. Their housing was okay. Interesting. I feel like the word okay is doing some heavy lifting there. Just gotta bring it down just a little bit. This. That rice is pretty much done. That rice done, so it done. Oh, that's some. Now that's some jasmine rice right there. Whoa. Alright, we got that turned off. Got it to a good level. And give it just like 5-10 more minutes to figure its life out, and then it's time for the moment of truth. One of the things they recommended was printing 3D printer parts when theirs was falling apart. Their printer was falling apart, or their house was falling apart? Yeah, 3D printing is an interesting one. Like, I feel like that could open up a lot of interesting open source repairs for things that so many different companies will lock their ecosystem in behind. Like, for example, like I have a Prius. I didn't get one to save the world. I did it because nobody wants to steal it, and insurance is cheap as shit for it, and it gets great mileage. It's just a reliable vehicle. It turns on and it just goes. It's great. But there's certain parts that you cannot get without buying other parts. So, like, for example, when I got this car, like probably 6 years ago, the armrest had an issue where, like, the little thing you would press to like open the armrest, one of the brackets was broken, and so it wouldn't quite open right, and you kind of had to like yank it. And one day I just got kind of mad and was trying to open it, and I yanked it and I broke the whole top piece off of my armrest. And the only thing I needed was this little black plastic bracket that goes underneath the armrest to fix that piece. Saying that 3D printing with their own made parts. Interesting. But the thing that was annoying is if you go to Toyota or you go to any parts manufacturer for this, if you want to replace that little black bracket piece that connects to the center console, you have to buy the whole fucking center console for like $700. And it's like, no, I just need this black bracket that should cost you maybe $5 max to create. And nobody sold it. And so eventually I went to a pick and pull, you know, one of those places where all a car graveyard where you can just source parts. And I found a dead Prius that had that piece, and I just took it apart, took the handle, took the whole armrest assembly. I think they charged me $11 for it, and I popped that in there and it was good to go. But for those spots, I could see 3D printing being a really cool niche or a really cool market of like, hey, nobody's making this one piece. if we can get the schematics and 3D scan it, we could just 3D print it and replicate that one piece. I think that would be really cool. I mean, they're on 3D printer. Yeah, I mean, that's the other part of it too, is like, I haven't really spent any time with 3D printing, and it's apparently you really got to get like the right printer that has the right filament and the right cooling and the right pacing for it, so that it's not just printing out garbage. Apparently it's a really fine art that you have to dial in, and that's something I know nothing of. But it's like, man, if somebody could 3D print good quality, you know, like interior parts for your car, like little replacement pieces like that, that would be awesome. I would love that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about 3D printing. I know there were, back when I was at school, just that you need a good model. Yeah, agreed. You gotta have a good model, which I think it's cool that like so many phones now have like LiDAR scanning that you can make 3D models of stuff. Now, granted, for that, if you're mass producing something, you're gonna want something better than a 3D, you know, LiDAR phone scanned model. You'll want something that's really well scanned to have a good model of. But it's definitely tricky, and something I don't have no interest in learning. Like 3D printers are cool, but it's just like, hey, I got enough hobbies. I do film, I do lighting, I do editing, I do screenwriting. I don't need to add another hobby to that. I'm also a drone pilot. I do that to pay the bills, and it's like I don't need another hobby to add to that. Oh, is it just Apple? 'Cause yeah, I know my 13 Pro has LiDAR on it, and I like, cause yeah, I'll do some like property damage inspection stuff, and when I'm there, I'll use an app that does LiDAR scanning of each room, so I can map out the room for the insurance, and it works pretty well actually. I was pretty surprised by it. I thought it was going to be a piece of crap, but they do pretty good. But yeah, like I know there's also like these big like handheld scanners that you can go over and it'll create a perfect 3D map of the object. So it's like, if you can make a good model of it, I think you could absolutely make good replacement parts for it. But let me give this a stir. But you gotta have a good model. You're absolutely right, 8 to 1. Alright, nothing's sticking to the bottom. That's beautiful. Oh, that smells so good. How are these potatoes doing? They're getting soft. Let's give a little chunk. I'm gonna get a fork and do the stab test here. Nope, that's the mushroom. Oh, they're getting soft. They're getting soft. There we go. They're soft. So yeah, I think we're getting to the end game here. We're getting really close. Forgot to do this. Let me do this. Chill out. There we go. They have this font. There it is. There's Shalom. Whoa. Why'd you make that so big? Chill out. Come on, don't fight me. There we go. Forgot to put that there earlier. There we go. Ironically, even if you 3D model it, it isn't usable at all. Really? Why is it not usable? That's interesting. Ooh. Let's hear it. I'm gonna do a drive-by without his catalytic. Whoa. That sounds a little bit louder than my Prius, I'll tell you what. That thing was hauling ass. See if you can hear that. That is a Lotus Evora. Oh, patents and copyrights. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like 3D printing... It's a shitty four-banger. I feel like 3D printing kind of falls in the same area as Etsy, where like a lot of creators will make stuff based on copyright, but nobody really enforces the copyright. Like, a couple weeks ago, I got a Haunted Mansion case for my phone. Some independent creator. Somebody on Etsy. And it's like, yeah, that's Disney copyright. But it seems like this is just some small dude printing cases. So somehow you're getting away with it. So, hey, I will say, in Etsy's defense, I've gotten some dope ass hoodies from there. I got a good Courage the Cowardly Dog, a Lavender Town, a Gengar hoodie, I think a Dragon Ball Z hoodie from there. And like, the quality's hit or miss, but I've gotten some cool things from there for a good price, so I can't knock it too much. There's some shitty stuff on there, but I've found some good bangers too. Like, you gotta take the good with the bad. You know what, I'm gonna do a little sample here. A little dab on the fork, which is not the right thing, but I don't think I have a spoon anywhere. Do I? I thought I had a spoon. Maybe I don't. Oh well. I think that's pretty much ready. Like, maybe 3 or 4 more minutes, but that's right. I'm a Pokemon. Gang, there's a couple of the starter Pokemon I still enjoy. Like, I don't really play Pokemon anymore. I kind of lost the plot after X and Y. Those are the last ones I really played and enjoyed. But man, I still love Gengar though. Every time I lift the lid, I had 2 minutes of cooking time. All right, I'm gonna let it cook for 4 more minutes. We're gonna let go for 4 more, and it's ready. After that, I'm doing the executive order. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna move this down. It's bothering me. There we go. The lid ain't there for show. I thought it was there just to protect you from the splashes. That's all it's there for. No, I'm always a paranoid, anxious cooker where it's like, oh, did I burn it? And I'll like lift the lid. And yeah, I know you gotta let it sit, let it do its thing, leave it alone. I always stress out about that. Like, I used to work at Costco when I was younger in the rotisserie department cooking chickens, and like, that place made me paranoid about either undercooking or overcooking so much that it's my biggest bad habit that I keep checking it. Pretty much. Do you want to grab a spoon and taste it? Yeah, I think so. Oh, it's my roommate. He's grabbing some spoons. He's gonna do a little taste of the curry. A little curry taste. Yeah, it's my roommate here. Hey, what do you want to go by on stream?
That guy.
That guy?
That guy.
Alright, we got that guy. You can crawl under the cable. That's the next purchase, is like a 20-foot USB-C. Yeah, I know, it's a little Catherine Zeta-Jones situation here. So we got that guy on deck over here.
Hello, I'm that guy.
Welcome. You're on that camera.
Okay, there we go.
We got Curry Cam on deck over here. So, it's gonna be hot as shit, so.
the steam.
Yeah, let me give it a little stir real quick. Get you. I put 4 of the 5 blocks in there. I still don't know if it's quite thick enough, but I don't want to like add too much. I'm letting it try to cook down a little bit, while not boiling at the same time, which it's starting to do. So, yeah, it's gonna be hot as shit.
It tastes pretty good.
Okay.
I still like that apple one you made that one time.
Yeah, I didn't put as much apple in this one. This
it's
recipe,
not as noticeable. It's still very sweet.
The recipe called for less apple, and I was like, no. It said to use to grate like 1/8 of an apple, and I was like, no, I'm doing like a half an apple. Fuck that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't put as much as the last time, but I did put apple in there.
Okay.
So.
It tastes pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to dish up, you're welcome to. I was letting it cook down a little, but like the rice is done, so like feel free to have at it.
I'm gonna go grab a rice.
Oh yeah, I couldn't find it. Yeah, 801. I did not put any star anise in there.
So we do have some.
We do, don't we? I forgot about that. So that's all right. That's good for next time. That'll be put on the list next time. See, that's just something to look forward to the next cookout, you know? Now we'll put some anus in there next time. It'll be great. That'll help it not taste like ass.
Yes, we're a sophisticated household here.
Yeah.
We have the...
On camera.
I know. I was
camera
looking at
one.
the screen and
I know.
It's like a delay.
It
threw me off.
Yeah, I know. It's a tough...
We have a rice thingy.
That's right. We got a rice thingy, and we got a 1-inch CMOS sensor Elgato webcam, so... We eating good tonight.
I was actually looking for these in the dishwasher. I was going to clean them.
Oh yeah, no, I already took care of them. I forgot to run the dishwasher this morning.
Well, there wasn't much in it this morning.
Yeah, I was gonna put the dishes in the sink and then run it, but then I washed the dishes. I was like, I'll run the dishwasher tonight.
No.
I was oh yeah.
Sir?
Let me turn that down to warm. Bring it down. Get that curry cam. Look at that. Oh, those potatoes should be pretty soft by now.
Look at that. That's some good stuff right there. I don't have a fork. You got a fork?
I got a fork. Yeah. It should be.
Yeah.
They should be soft as shit
they
by
are.
now. Fancy.
Straight in.
Jimmy waiting for that good food.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're fancy here. Look at that. Yeah,
You
good.
wanna? Can you pull that up a little bit? Yeah, nice. Get that slow mo going.
Yeah, get that slop on there.
More juice.
Yeah, go for it, man. It is still a little thinner than I'd like it to be, but I think it's close enough. You can just put it in the bowl.
Okay.
Or that. Yeah, it's gonna be a little, yeah.
Yeah, I touched my hand and I was just like,
Yeah.
don't drop the bowl.
Yeah, no, the lid, like all the water came off the lid and fell on my foot, and I was like, yeah, that's second-degree burns.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, don't worry about it.
Woo! Woo! That was toasty.
What's that? Is that mushroom? No, that's
Yeah.
potato skin.
There should be mushrooms in there.
That is mushroom.
We got mushroom, carrot, onion, ginger. I didn't really do anything with garlic in this one, but yeah, just going with a by the books curry recipe. So
Yeah. You said you had a chef on here, right?
earlier, yeah, there was who was it? Something Marnar or something Lamar. Let me see. Oh no, it was Lunar Echoes 87.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's take a poll on what you should cook next.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Most people have dipped out, surprisingly. I'm surprised, like, none of my followers actually showed up tonight. I was kind of surprised. So they don't get any curry. You missed your chance. But 801, you're a real one. Do you want to give a on-camera review? Or, I mean, if it's hot as shit, you can.
Oh, it's hot as shit.
You
but
can
I'm gonna do it anyway.
You can let it cool. You can pull up a chair if you want, or if you gotta go, I get you.
Oh damn.
Is it too hot?
No, the meat like just melted in my mouth.
Did it really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I literally tried biting into it. It just fell apart.
That's the part that Lunar Echoes was roasting me on. He's like, "Yo, you're fucking up the brown. You're not browning it right." And I was like, "Well, yeah, it's a small pot, so I'm doing what I can." So I was like, "I don't know if the beef's gonna actually be good or not." So. Alright, let's bring the mic over. You can give your opinion. You can give your thoughts.
The vegetables are very well cooked.
Hell yeah.
The carrots I was a little worried they might be overcooked because that happens a lot with stews and stuff, but they do have a little bit of texture still. But they're easily, you can squash them with your tongue.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh god, but you can actually still bite into them and get a little bit of texture going. Potatoes are very well all the way cooked through.
Hell yeah.
You can break them apart with the spoon. Excuse me. The mushrooms, I just love mushrooms, honestly.
Yeah.
Though I am going to agree with him. This rice probably isn't the best one for curry.
Yeah.
Basmati probably ain't the best.
Yeah, it's all right. Like, it's fine. Like, I probably would have done like Botan, like jasmine rice, but it's like, hey, it's rice. It's gonna soak it up. It's gonna be good. Like,
oh yeah.
If it works for Indian curry, it'll work for Japanese curry.
Yeah, but
close enough.
But yeah, close enough. But if you want to go authentic, you got to go with the regional. You know,
yeah,
rice.
If you want to go authentic, you got to book plane tickets and go to Japan. But that's when people pay to the Patreon, then we go to Japan.
I'm not going to Gordon Ramsay this, but
Yeah.
it is pretty good. Thank you very much for the kind sir.
Yeah, no worries. Enjoy.
All you people out there in Streamland, you have a great one.
There you go. You made it through the obstacle course. Already said your goodbyes. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. I am starving. Actually, you know what? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Take a quick little break. I've been working hard. Been here sitting this whole time. It is time for me to get my pound of flesh. Suddenly a southern boy becomes a booming regional taste. Alright, let's get that to the side. Let's get this rice. It's time to get serious. We're getting real here. Leave that in there for a second. Oh, the cleanup of this is going to be a blast. I've taken care of most of the cleanup already outside, so it shouldn't be that bad. A little rice in here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, don't fall, please. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Depth perception's off here a little bit. No, you don't need to do that. You can just stay on simmer. Thank you. You calm yourself. There. Yeah, it's a little thinner than I'd like it to be, but it's fine. It's gonna be good. It's gonna taste good. That's what matters. More there. All right. Beautiful. Let's cover that back up. Keep that on very low warm. All right. I'm gonna shit into you, boily. He already went and got some. He got his food, so he's good. I'd share if I could, 801, but I don't know how to send this food over Discord. Let's get this all mixed up in there. Oh yeah. Get a little bite. It was like radioactively hot. Oh, you want to get close. All right, let's get close to camera. All right, here we go. I see what you mean. I see what you're saying. Get a little close bite. Look at that. Elgato 1080p, high dynamic range. See how this shows up on the camera. Hang on a second. There you go. Look at that. Look at that slop situation. Here we go. I'm going to back up a little bit so you can actually see me on cam, hopefully. 3, 2, 1. Fuck it. That's curry. That's curry. Oh man. I will say, I wish I'd have added more apple. I would have ignored the recipe and just added, like, doubled it. It's still got that, like, great savory, salty curry flavor. The last recipe I did, it called for, like, a whole apple that time. And, that one, oh man. It had such, like, it was salty, but then it had, like, this sweet savory flavor to it with the apple. Oh man, this is still good. I'm still liking this. I'm vibing this. Yeah, no, he'll be, there's still leftovers, so he'll be coming back for more. So, once the stream ends in a little bit, I'll bring this pot out and share the rest. But, like Mother Hen, I tilled the wheat, I tilled the fields, I grew the wheat, I made the bread, I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna get mine. There we go, let me crouch down a little bit. Alright. Okay. That is delicious. Oh my god. It just sits in your stomach like a hug. It's like your stomach's getting a hug right now. Oh my god, that's so good. Where is it? Turn that off. I knew I had paper towels here somewhere. Oh. Like, I've had 2 bites and I'm already ready to take a nap. That's how this curry's hitting. That's exactly what I wanted. You know, I'm just gonna hold it like that. The bowl got some splash on the side. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh. Whew. Oh, hot. You got vegetable, we got potato, we got carrots, we got mushrooms, we got onions. You got beef in there, you got chuck roast. Oh man, everything a growing boy needs. Oh, this'll put some hair on your chest, Lottie. Oh man, there's a big chunk of beef in there. Here, look, you get it even on the curry cam. You get a good chunk of beef right there on the curry cam. Let's see when it shows up. I think I got about a 10-second latency delay. There we go. All right, you saw it. You saw it. You're my witness. There's beef in here. Oh. I'm just giving the proof. You know, I'm out here going to the people, showing that the beef is in the brew, the taters are in the mouth. If I could share 801, I gladly would. But We got potatoes on deck. You got a big chunk of tater right there. Got a little tiny piece of carrot. I don't know where all the carrots went. This recipe only called for 1 carrot, and I would absolutely easily double that. This needs more carrots. I would say, as an executive order, I would decree more carrots in the curry. I'd probably also put more mushrooms in there. Like, the mushrooms are in there and I'm getting them, but like, I think you could throw another 5 or 6 in there. Either way, I'm not complaining. This is savory and it is, oh, I feel like I'm getting a belly rub from the inside. It's, oh, so good. I can't complain. I can't complain. It's just, it's hitting the spot. Oh, man. Ah, this was worth the 3 hours it took to stream making this. And like the 3 hours it took to set this room up and get the lighting right. I'm cool with it. Every vegetable is out of you? Are you not a vegetable person? You don't do veggies? Oh, those caramelized onions in there, they're good. Ooh. Yeah, rotten veggies. Yeah, no, that's fair. Rotten veggies are not so bueno. Now, if we're talking fermented veggies, we're talking like kimchi or something. Ooh, buckle up. Kimchi's good. There's a local family nearby that makes like homemade kimchi and sells it at the local Asian market. Oh, that is like the best kimchi I've ever had. And I've had some good kimchi. But man, that it's so like, it's tart. It's got some spice to it. It's still got that crunch. Oh my god, that kimchi is so freaking good. This is like something I would want to eat after going snowboarding. Oh no, you don't like kimchi? I mean, I get it. Kimchi's a weird one where like you either love it or you hate it. So no diss, but that switch flipped for me one day where I used to really think kimchi was gross, and then one day like a few years later I tried it and was like, wait, this is like the best thing I've ever had. Yeah, store-bought stuff is all right. But man, like I don't know who this local seller is, but it's like for a whole like mason jar full, it's like $6. It's not bad. And it's like organic homemade kimchi. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh, that's a problem. But yeah, I can still see like if you don't like kimchi, you don't like kimchi, because it is a very unique flavor, to put it lightly. But oh man, but pickled, let me talk, speaking of pickled or fermented, pickled radish. I've never liked radishes. There's a Korean place in Austin I go with my friends, K-Pub, I think it's called. And man, they serve a side of pickled radish with like their, Korean fried chicken. I always have to order like 2 extra servings of that because I will just demolish pickled radish. I can respect that. Vinegar hot sauce, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, like I said, kimchi is a very, very unique flavor. So yeah, it's like there's no love lost if you don't like it. It's like in a weird offset. Like there's movies I like that I'll recommend people watch, but also like I don't blame you if you don't like it. Like I've told a friend of this. It's a movie called Skinamarink. It's a analog horror film. And it's very divisive. Like, you either love that movie or you fucking despise that movie. And I was just, I don't know. It just hit me the right way where I really enjoyed it. But it's also like one of those movies where it's like, hey, if you don't like it, I'm not going to try and change your mind. I get it. Like, this is a divisive movie and either you like it or you don't. So I'm not going to try and defend it. So I've recommended it to a friend of mine. I'm just like, hey, look, I don't know if you'll like it or not. If you don't, there's no love lost because I understand this is a divisive thing. And I feel like kimchi's in the same category where it's like, look, either you love it or you don't, but I get it if you don't. It's a weird flavor because it's like a little bit spicy, vinegary, and then like cabbagey. And it's like, hey, if those don't hit for you, I get it. Like, it's totally fine. I don't expect it to hit for me, but man, do I love it. Interesting. The light's not kicking on, but it's still heating back up. Yeah. Is it just when the flavors combine? Is that kind of where like the disconnect is? Because I could see that. That's fair. Like, I think that makes sense. Like, there's a lot of things I enjoy by themselves. Like, I love barbecue sauce and I love ice cream, but I don't think they would probably go too well together. Yeah, so it's some of those where it's like, maybe don't mix mediums. Yeah, maybe. It may just be one of those things you just don't vibe. And that totally makes sense. Like, I'm one that's just cool with weird food. Like, I love kombucha, and I know a lot of people fucking hate kombucha. And so it's like, look, I'm not trying to change your mind on this one. Kombucha's fucking weird. I just love that carbonated, bitter, tart flavor. I could drink that all day. But I get it. Like, it doesn't really click for a lot of other people, you know? I'm not gonna defend that one because it's a weird flavor, and if you don't like it, I get you. I get it. Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can get hard kombucha that's been brewed a lot longer, so it actually will get you drunk. But I just enjoy it as like every now and then, like I'll just get it at Walmart. Like, oh, this will just be a fun little treat. Like, it's not drinking it to get drunk. But I don't know. I just love the flavor of it. It's just this weird, like, tart, bubbly. It kind of reminds me in a weird way of a sour ale. So it kind of gives me a similar vibe of that, where it's like it's tart, it's tangy, it's got that crisp bite. It's like a weird, refreshing feeling. But I've had some hard kombucha before it'll get you there. It'll get you turned. And it's not bad either. But it's usually pretty expensive. Like a 6-pack's like $20, and it's like I'm not paying $20 for a 6-pack of hard kombucha. Like we're good. I'll just get my little one kombucha and just enjoy for the day. Oh man. All right. So 801, we gotta talk. You're the only one in here right now, so it's just us. I want to do a cooking stream in the future. What do you suggest? What food-wise? Like, shoot your shot. Let's hear what you got. What do you recommend food-wise? I'm curious what you'd recommend to try taking a crack at cooking. Because I want to make this like, maybe it's like a monthly thing. I don't know if I do this every weekend. Maybe, I don't know. It's fun to kind of just cook and hang out. But I'm definitely looking for suggestions or, community recommendations of what people want to see or want to try cooking. Because I'm always up for like trying to expand my very limited flavor palette, or at least my very limited cooking abilities. You only get better by doing. So I'm always down to try something new. Here for the ride. All right, hey. What I say the same, so, all right. I'm gonna have to think about it. Ooh, I haven't done a lot of Thai food. I mean, I've done like, the obligatory pad Thai or, something like that, but that could be a fun one to look into. Doing an interesting Thai recipe. Vietnamese as well. I don't think I've had a lot of Vietnamese food. I may have to check that out. Okay. I'm gonna do some digging. And whatever it is next time we're cooking. Yeah, no, you're talking about the real stuff. Yeah, not just pad Thai shit. You're talking about real Vietnamese. I don't remember if this is Thai, but it's like Pad Si Ook, or I'm probably fucking that name up, so. But it's like Pad Siok or Pad Siuk or something like that. I had that at a really legit Thai restaurant downtown Houston. It's like a hole in the wall place. They'll like, serve a full cooked fish or whatever. I was bummed. Like I look like obviously like a pretty blasé white boy. So anytime I go to one of those restaurants and I tell them like, hey, make it spicy, they will not make it spicy. Like I tried to say, hey, native spicy, I can handle my heat, and they will not fucking do it. And so even there I was like, yeah, just do the 4, like it's a scale 1 to 4, and I was like 4 out of 4 spicy, and they just would not do it. So good food though. We did talk about pho, and it's one that I just have not had yet. So yeah, I'll put that on the list. I don't think I'll cook it, because it does sound like it's a very involved process, but I'm absolutely down for trying it. So maybe a simplified version of the recipe, something like that, I'd be down for. Because yeah, I've heard people swear by pho, and I've seen people eating pho, and I got friends that eat pho, and every one of them says it's so fucking good. Oh, 5 or so hours if you have the paste. Okay. I mean, 5 hours is within reason. That could be done. That could absolutely be done. Okay. Alright, I'll put pho on the list. Because that also sounds like a fun one to cook. Like, and also, it sounds like it'll just, like, be warming and nourishing to the soul. Which, oh, that's always a good, like, I'm feeling that right now. Like, my whole core feels warm. Like, I'm already getting the curry sweats. It's that or the cinema light that's heating my room up. Probably both. Even my laptop's getting a little toasty in here. It's holding it. It's holding its own. All right. This has gone well. I may be an amateur when it comes to cooking, but the final product still tasted great. Uh-oh. I think our visualizer's gone. Hold up. Yep, there it goes. There you go. We'll get that now. Okay, actually that looks pretty dope. I didn't think that was gonna look that cool. But it does. Just don't use wearing a milk. Interesting, okay. All right, well, we're getting towards time here where I'm gonna cut the stream here. So I wanna say thank you so much for stopping by. It's been awesome talking with you. I hope to see you again in a stream in the future here. I'm gonna go get another serving of this, clean up a bunch of stuff, and hope the carpet didn't get decimated too badly. I think it's all right. I think it's okay. Interesting. Uses water. Okay. Milk's the way to go then. Seems like. All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this stream off here and go to cleaning up all of this because I think my room's gonna smell like curry for eternity. But appreciate you being here. It's been a lot of fun. Hope to see you again in a future stream. I will be streaming tomorrow night. My stream days are Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday at the moment. And I definitely want to do some more cooking streams. Usually do gameplay and working on some other variety, you know, variety being the spice of life. But either way, I appreciate you being here. Have an awesome night, and I will catch you